Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody on YouTube who might be watching this live or after the fact. Welcome to our first live stream on the Dragon Shadow channel. Certainly, we've done our share of individual channel live streams on our own. Now we're taking it to the next step, so to speak. And, well, as you can see, I'm not totally alone here. We're waiting on Drac2326, who's the other half of this channel, but I also brought in another guest. We got Vixie and Anime Manga. You've probably seen us on her channel before. Vix, how you doing tonight? You doing good?
Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. Maybe we'll get more guests in later. Maybe we won't. In the meantime, we're just gonna sit here and kind of shoot the breeze a little bit. Drac will hopefully be along soon. He's having some problems trying to get in because Google Hangouts is always a pain in the ass like that.
Oh yeah, always.
Let's see. I told him the possible solution because he's getting those stupid 403 errors, which I get all the time, and always have to clear my cache and cookies and all that nonsense.
Oh yeah, good God. What happened? Google Hangouts problems. I was going to live stream last night, but I decided not to because I was like,
Yeah, I thought about that too because I still want to do a live stream to celebrate me getting to 400 subs. But
yeah, I know.
There's Adam.
Congratulations, by the way. Congrats for 400 subs.
Yes, thank you.
Congrats.
Celebrate time. All right.
And the other half of my channel is here, Drac2326. Hope you're doing good, man. How you doing tonight?
Thank you. You may kiss my ring. Can I be heard? I can't. Oh, there you go. There's the dots. That's how I know that I can be heard. All right. So yes, you may all kiss my ring because I'm just that awesome. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Hey, Drac, how's it going?
Pretty good, Vixen. How are you?
I'm great. I watched the whole episode that I was in on Why We Geek, and I loved it. I loved it.
You vain anime fan. You watched the episode that you were in.
To be fair, I
watched it too.
Showing like 3 of my friends, and they really liked it. So, in all fairness.
No. I'm fine with it. I just love I love the people that occasionally come to us on YouTube and go, "I bet you guys just watch your own videos." Well, yeah. It's actually like 101 that you watch. Like, here's the thing. I wish these counted as views, but Alex can probably attest to this. I probably watch my videos a good 6 or 7 times before they even go up. So at that point, my videos should literally start at 7 views. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, I do that as well. To be honest, I'll always watch my videos once I've uploaded them, just to like, from a viewer's standpoint, to see like who would be interested in it. Oh, by the way, Shadow, I messaged Atlas for you, and he says he'll be here in a bit.
Awesome.
Lazy bastard. we tried to get Romney on here, but unfortunately he has a busy schedule outside of the podcast, so we couldn't really make that work.
I wanted to speak to Romney.
He has. I can't spoil a whole lot of this, but oh crap, crying baby. I can't spoil this, but he actually has a lot of summer plans, and so he's been working, I want to say round the clock, because he's got the Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. He's also doing screenings for reviews, and then he's got these other projects. So finding free time ain't easy for him.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But he's still an awesome guy, and he did say that if he actually could free up some time tonight, he would show up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hopefully we'll see him. Hopefully he'll drop by and say hello.
I hope so, because I want to say hi to him. I want to get to know the whole crew.
well, you can't, because Aldo and Brinton won't be here, and I don't know if this is party night for Aldo. I don't know if we'll get him. It'd be awesome if he showed up. Not. It was a party night for him, or also when he does. I don't know if he does these, like when he does spare podcasts and quick wits, like improv comedy. This is the night that he'll usually do it.
Okay.
So we might not necessarily get him, but hey, we can push and prod Brenton, can't we, Alex? Can we browbeat him into showing up tonight?
I don't think so, but we could try.
And also, hello, Jackie Chu. I believe this is the first time we've actually seen you. So, I guess to start things off, because I don't think Alex has gone over this while I was doing the whole forbidden thing. This is just going to be like a live stream plus a Q&A. So for people who are part of the community for Draken Shadow, first of all, thank you. And this is a way for us to be able to get back with you guys, because we don't really do a whole... We're horrible, horrible nerds. We don't actually do community interaction. So this is our community interaction. Now we've done our good deed for the year, and we're good, right, Alex?
Not exactly, Drac. Not exactly.
Yes. Actually, this might be a more regular thing, but don't think it's like weekly or anything like that. I think when me and Alex talked about doing it, it was like going to be every 3 weeks to a month. Just getting together for a couple hours. So there you go.
Garo would like to know, what's the most difficult Let's Play we've done?
Define difficult. Difficult as in gameplay, or difficult as in I wanted to scratch my eyes out with how horrible the story was? Because difficult gameplay... I'm going to go with Lost World. Lost World, like near the end of that, Lost World's gameplay really started to grate on both of us. So yeah. Gameplay, I would say that one. Story-wise, I got to go with Sonic 06, man. I got to. I don't know.
Yeah.
You had
Sonic 06 was a...
not
just by the story, but...
You subjected
not just because of the story, but...
actually didn't finish the storyline. That's how much pain.
We did finish the storyline.
No.
What are you talking about? We did.
People actually did say, like, did you ever get untied?
Oh, you mean our little video intro there.
Yeah, we never had... It hurt so bad, guys, we didn't finish the storyline we'd created. We just wanted to be done. So, there you go.
How often do you threaten each other with physical harm while doing Let's Plays?
All
how
the
much
time. Likes camera, how much doesn't? It's actually really funny, like, because we get that question along with, do you guys actually really like each other? Because you guys threaten each other a lot. Like more than Danny and Aaron a lot.
Yeah. Certainly whenever we start talking the state of Sonic the Hedgehog, then we start really getting at it and arguing, but for the most part, we're pretty chummy with each other, I guess. Yeah. Pretty good friends.
It doesn't look like it, but we actually get along quite well.
Yeah.
Because
we'll bust each other's chops.
Yeah, we'll bust each other's chops quite a bit, but I mean, if we didn't legitimately get along, that would be a problem, not just for the Let's Plays, I think for life in general. Considering that, well, if you guys don't know this already, he is my brother-in-law. So that would create problems. And I'm also not above Vixen answering these questions too.
Huh?
It would be weird for other people to answer it, because I mean, you guys don't do Let's Play content, but I would actually be interested, like, what is the most difficult game you've ever done? And
I did used to do Let's Plays. I have done some anime Let's Plays.
That's right, actually, because you've done Black Butler, and there's one other on your channel that I have seen.
I played Danganronpa. I've done Higurashi, Clannad, a lot of visual novel stuff, a lot of RPGs, that kind of thing.
Your family, so I guess that's normal.
Yeah.
You have no idea. We actually, it's the funniest thing is, like, you know, we technically are family at this point because we spend so much time together. So at that point, yeah, I mean, a lot of our interactions are kind of normal, and yes, we bust each other's chops outside the camera just as much as we do inside.
Oh yeah, I've heard
that's true.
What they say to each other in chat. Jesus, guys, like, they're always like this. am always abusive to.
Well, and then we add in Vixen into the abuse, and then things just get out of hand.
Yeah. Always get abused.
We start bringing Vixen. We start bringing Vixen's. I don't know. Insert pet here into this. Then she gets mad at us. And,
yeah, they'll judge me harshly for liking Sebastian, and then and then it all starts from there, and then I get pissy.
I can't. You know what? I haven't seen Black Butler, but I can't necessarily judge you harshly in that regard because, well, some people would actually say I have an unhealthy love for people like Alucard because I actually look at Sebastian. I haven't seen the anime yet, but the way that the character kind of looks, it looks like Alucard from Hellsing to me.
Yeah,
like,
I do agree, and like I don't know. Apart from like me saying that Black Butler is my favorite anime, I'd have to say it's more so my favorite guilty pleasure than anything else.
Well, I mean, then you're talking to the guy who has a lot of guilty pleasures, so I can't necessarily fault anybody for that. The other one that I want to bring up, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's the main character in Trinity Blood, and I've talked to so many people, and they have favorite characters from Trinity Blood, but he's never it because when he gets serious, he's awesome, but most of the time he's the bumbling doofus, and people hate that. But like when he gets into combat, he's not that. But since 80% of it is just him being the bumbling doofus, people don't like him. And guys, I get it, I really do. But I don't necessarily hate the guy for it.
I know what you mean about that sort of that character problem that there seems to be. Like when I was watching Clanad, there's this one character that is just used as a comedy purpose, basically just used to get smacked around, and no one likes him, but he's actually a pretty decent character.
Another one that comes to my mind is the Major from Full Metal Alchemist. He's gotten a lot of love later on, but I remember when that series debuted on Adult Swim, people hated him, and just because he was like they didn't like the fact that he was basically comic relief to a really serious story. And guys, the problem is that with how serious that story is, sometimes you need that, and it's refreshing to get that.
The only thing I really don't like is when they put like comic relief in things that really don't need it. So like they'll have a storyline that they're trying to propose to us is serious, and just as it's about to actually hit the actual point where you believe that it's starting to become a serious series, something comical happens.
Yeah, and I would actually say like 2003 FMA is kind of guilty of that. They've had a few moments where they took you out of the serious just to have that joke, but Brotherhood doesn't, in my mind. Every time that they go to the silliness, it is after you've kind of compiled all the events and you need that moment of levity just to kind of loosen the gravity of the situation. And it's not necessarily just the Major. It could easily be Ed and Al, but most of the time, at least for me, it's the Major, and the Major is absolutely hilarious in my mind. One of the best Chris Sabat roles ever.
Hey, we got a new question here. Whenever you watch your own videos, do you ever wish you could have made the video better or played the game better?
All the time.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely all the time with me. Especially when I think back to our early stuff on Dragon Shadow, when we were still kind of, learning the trades of how to work everything technically. There's a real sound balance problem because Adam has a very boisterous and loud voice. I'm a much more quiet and reserved person, so it's like...
Well, audio stuff is stuff we still deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's still stuff, but I'd say it's gotten a lot better, considering, like, there were early videos where you had to really pump me up in post, and it's just like...
Yeah, there are a couple times in Phantasy Star 1 where I swear we could hear Alex picking his nose. We could hear it because that's how high I had to take the mic up. So, but part of that also was we weren't on the best of material at that point. Like the mics that we're running off now, you can see right here. This is not what we started on, and so at that point, I also want to blame the mic too, because the mic we had was real crap, and it was good for anybody who was just barely starting out, but not long term. and we were both on the same damn mic. So that didn't help either.
We had to share a mic once upon a time.
Yeah, heaven forbid, guys. We actually had to do that. And thankfully, I think as soon as we moved out of where I was at that time, because I was living with my dad at the time, when we moved into this place where my office is now, that's when we got 2 legit mics, and we made it all work. And eventually we added a 3rd mic for Andrea. As for my answer, Alex kind of knows this already, but I am so anal, or I'm so obsessive compulsive, I'm so anal with this, that eventually Alex has to kind of sit back and go, it's okay, man. Just be done. Just put the video out. Let it be what it is. Because I will literally, I think, especially in the beginning year, I was sending test videos once or twice per video. Per part in a Let's Play, I was sending like 1 or 2 test videos for Alex to give me a second opinion on. And yeah, it's just, thankfully it's not too bad anymore. But there are times when I listen to something that we just barely recorded, and I wish I could have done that better. I wish I could have added a funnier line here and there, but at that point it's recorded and it's in the can, so to speak, and I'm gonna let it be what it is. Because if I obsess over it, then I'm not doing it.
Not going to get published.
No. Well, and that's the thing too. Is like Draken Shadow almost didn't happen because eventually you had to go just put up the damn video. Because I was so hesitant about putting up Sonic. I was like, oh no, we could have done that better. We could have done that better. We could have done that better. Let's just go ahead and record it. Adam, just put up the damn video. I think that's eventually what happened, wasn't it?
I don't remember that.
I think I actually got a text that was like, just put up the damn video, man. And then I put up all
I'm sure
of
there's
the
been
videos.
I mean, I'm sure there's been other videos where I'm sure there's been other videos where I've had to kind of push you along and get it done and get it uploaded. But
yeah,
I don't remember having too many problems with our first go of our first Let's Play.
Oh, I do. I was so hesitant because I wanted everything perfect, and the issue is that you're just never going to have that. And I've learned this since doing YouTube and Let's Plays and all that. But you know, you can want the perfect Let's Play all you want. It doesn't mean that it is going to be one. I feel that way with my videos sometimes. I doubt they're good or worthwhile halfway through making and wonder if I should continue it. Yeah. Do you want to know the other problem that I have? This is funny because I do voiceover and everything like that for a living. I kind of can't stand the sound of my voice. When I first started out, I could not stand the sound of my own voice, and I would question that too. And so that's why eventually I just had to say, nope, I got to put this away and let it be what it is.
Yeah, I certainly have had that happen to me many times. I still have it happen to me because sometimes I make a new video and then I start thinking, no, this doesn't mesh well. And there are times I'll just abandon it altogether.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. I actually used to work in radio, so I completely understand the whole hating your voice scenario because I hated mine when I used to do my radio job.
Well, and also it was the whole concept of hearing my voice coming from some other location other than my own mouth. Yeah. And so I was like, that's weird. I don't like it. It feels out of body. It is, and again, I'm into radio, podcasting, voiceover, all that, and that's the profession. is that you're putting your voice box out there. And I've had numerous people tell me, "Oh, you have such a great voice." And I was like, I can't agree with you, but okay, thank you very much for the compliment.
I know. I get that way. Some of my when I'm not too much in the reviews, surprisingly, but a lot more in the Let's Plays, because I don't know why, but I always feel like I sound really nasally, and I'm like, oh, so I'll end up cutting more.
Well, especially like early in the year when allergy season kind of kicks in, then because those I know, especially those are the times that you complain because you like have to blow your nose after every 20 minutes or so, and then we're like screwed. I think at one point we
Yeah.
actually did have you take Benadryl, and that didn't help because you were falling asleep at the mic. Because here's the fun part: he comes to record right after work, so he's already tired, and then we added Benadryl onto that mix.
It's true. I dozed off before during Let's Plays.
I could have sworn, yeah. I don't know if I've actually shown you this, but I can't remember which one it was because it's been put into storage. But there was one where we had like this gap where I was concentrating on something, and I could have sworn I heard in the middle of that. I'm just like, is that Alex snoring? And then I tried to turn it up, and I couldn't ever tell if it was. But you know what? Then I was like, oh wait, this is probably around that time when he was taking Benadryl, so that makes sense now.
Do you think it's more interesting when you see a Let's Play that where the player is not an expert, gets better through the course of playing, or whole game versus seeing a pro gamer? So I guess he's just asking, do you like it when it's more when a person's better at it, or when they kind of more learn through it naturally? I guess for me, it just depends on the game. For when it's a game I don't have any familiarity with, then I can kind of go either way. But I find if it's a game I played a lot and know very well, I get a little frustrated when people don't really play the game very well. I try not to be one of those people, but it just happens sometimes.
Jimmy Christmas, get good. Get good.
Get good.
For me, it's not necessarily the gameplay that can be the issue, because I can be entertained when people are dying left and right. I mean, how many times has Aaron done that? It's freaking hilarious. Yeah. Even when Danny's done it a few dozen times, and he just because here's the thing, Danny doesn't get mad on camera that much. So when he does it, you start to hear the rage piling on, then it gets entertaining. I would actually say it's more along the lines of the personalities that are in the Let's Play. Okay. And people might be weirded out by that, but here's the thing. If you're going to watch a Let's Play, there's kind of a 50-50 chance you either played it or you want to play it. Or you want to see gameplay of it instead of playing it yourself, kind of thing. So like if it's a horror game, you don't necessarily like playing horror, you go watch somebody else do it. And in those cases, it's like it's gameplay you've already seen if it's the first option. So at that point, really what you're going for is the commentary. What you're going for is the personalities that are playing it. And to me, that's the more entertaining factor in there, because I can watch people die endlessly and I can watch people be freaking completionists on the matter. But if they're not entertaining me, if there's long gaps of silence, and I'm not talking like 30 seconds, guys, I'm talking like 2 straight minutes of nothing being said, that's not entertaining to me. Okay, either the game audio needs to be saying something, or you need to be saying something that's bothersome to me. Because that's the best way I know how to describe it is it's like in a call center environment, it's dead air. Because then at that point, neither party there knows what's going on. Especially in the concept that, like, I watch Let's Plays, but most of the time, as Alex can attest, I'm usually watching a Let's Play while I'm doing something else. So I'm grinding in a game, or I'm playing WoW, or I'm doing something around the house, kind of thing. So really that commentary is the more engaging factor. And I've seen YouTubers that can absolutely make it work. In fact, I think we make it work because as much as we don't want to admit it, we do have contrasting personalities. And so at that point, it does make it more engaging, especially when you have Andrea in there, who's kind of who tries to be the voice of reason. And sometimes we go, shut up! Or like the Game Grumps, where you can have like the mellow dude and you can have the freaking out dude. That works. But I have seen YouTubers that it doesn't. And I really am sad, because in a lot of cases, maybe that's the only Let's Play out there of that game that I want to see. And they just aren't making it work. I answer things wordily. So there you go.
Yeah.
Dixon, what makes a good Let's Play?
All right, so what were you talking about earlier about watching other people play games, I tend to have this thing where I will watch one of my favorite YouTubers play a game, and sometimes for one reason or another, they'll only upload like a certain amount, like per week or something of that game. And sometimes when I'm really into a game that they're playing, I kind of drift a bit, and I'm like, I want to watch this full game now because I'm invested in it, so I'll watch it from someone else, which of course is my fault, because then when I go back I already know what happens, which for some reason for me, when I've already seen someone play the full game and know how it goes, when I go back and watch my favorite YouTuber play it, I become oddly frustrated with the fact that they're either A, not doing something right, or B, like, a plot twist is about to happen in a game. You're like, oh, come on. That's pretty much me when it comes to games and stuff like that, when I'm watching people.
I mean, the perfect example of, like, somebody going completely hardcore, because I've made it clear on Dragon Shadow numerous times, I'm not a hardcore guy. Even on the games that I love, I very rarely take it up to the hard difficulty for them, like, or even in some cases, like the madness difficulties they get put into them. So, like, in Devil May Cry, I'm not bringing things up to Dante must die mode, because that's not fun to me. But when I do actually want to see, like, the harder difficulties, the best example I can give to you guys is I need to have that compelling personality to watch. So for anybody who knows the original Screw Attack, I'm going to call it the original Screw Attack, because Screw Attack ain't what it used to be as far as I'm concerned. But occasionally there'd be moments where Stuttering Craig on that would do Mike Tyson on NES, which is one of the hardest freaking things to do in NES. And he had never done it. So, like, when he did it, I was interested, because you get just as invested in that journey as he is at that point. And that's engaging to me. But if I were to say, like, turn on What's His Bucket, who's streamed Dark Souls numerous times and is up on the highest level of difficulty, and then just gets owned, am I going to find that compelling and interesting? Not really. Not unless you bring me in there with you, so to speak. Which I would actually dare say a lot of the Dark Souls streamers don't really do that. At least the ones I've ever come across. This is mean to say, but they're bland as bland can be.
Take a note, Dark Souls streamers. Drax got your number.
Well, again, I haven't seen everybody, but the ones I have seen is like, well, hello, we're going to be watching, we're going to be playing Dark Souls, and then they get to, like, the first boss and dies, like, oh crap! And you see what my first mistake was there is I actually did not stand in the fire, and it's like, okay, if you're pissed off at this, I'm a little bit more engaged, but you're not. And you're just like, you're basically treating this like you developed the game, kind of thing. And I'm just not interested in that right now, you know. Except I would actually dare say the developers would make that more interesting. Yeah, that's right, Dark Souls streamers. I called you out. What you gonna do about it?
You're gonna get beaten up.
I'm on caffeine right now. My actions aren't my own.
Call it code caffeine.
I'm learning from Track how not to do a Let's Play channel. Can I do that with you, Rising Sun?
Well, we at Dragon Shadow pride ourselves that we can be entertaining and educational.
Yes.
We can be edutainment.
Unless we're pissed off, like we were. I find it funny that we did this. I love the fact that we did this, and literally yesterday, Jack 3, which has been the one thorn in our side right now, is over. We can officially call that done. So it's like, oh, yay, we get to celebrate because the pain's done.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually one of those ones that I'd regret, because we had so many. I said it before in the stream. I'll say it again. When I did the dry run for Jack 3, it went so much more mellow than what we actually got recorded. I had a lot of those missions get one shot, and then we had to do 10 shots in some of those missions.
So much. It took so long.
Especially that last boss fight where we had to take out the legs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There was like a good
I'll be right
30
back.
minutes cut.
Yeah. I'll be right back because I hear my dog whining. I need to see if she's okay. She might need to go outside. Give me a moment.
Oh
It's not that
no.
she needs to go outside. It's that you're not paying attention to her. I know that dog. That dog's a bit of an attention whore. I'm just saying.
My dog's the same, so I know how he feels.
Yeah, that dog officially gets mad now when I'm like holding my daughter. Because this dog likes to pester me endlessly to try and play with it. And I will play with her occasionally, but when I have the baby in my hands, no, I'm not. And then she and the best part is like if I have the baby in my hands, she'll step in, she's kind of playful and she stops. And she kind of gives you just that look of, I hate you, and then walks off. So
Yeah.
there you go. And so it's either something I did or something the baby did. Probably something the baby did.
Most probably. She's
Yes.
jealousy.
There you go. Let's see. Do we have any other additional questions to get into here? I love Drax looks. What looks? What are you getting into there, buddy? I like dogs. I like dogs too. My body doesn't like them, but I like dogs. I get horrible allergies, especially with that dog.
Because my dog sheds like a beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't pet her. Literally, I can't pet her because if I do, I cannot touch any other part of my body because that part will just be rashed the next day. Just from me itching. So, yeah. That's the other problem, too.
Yeah, my dog molts like anything, and the problem with me is I have like a black carpet, and she's like white hair everywhere. It's a pain in the ass.
What type of dog? It's Jack Russell. I want to say Terrier
Jack
mix.
Russell. Yeah. Jack Russell Pointer mix.
Jack Russell Pointer. So that's what she is. And she is named Bella. I don't know why she's named Bella, but I blame my wife for it. I blame Andrea for it because Andrea won't admit it, but I'm just like, you named her that because of dang Twilight. Like, no, I didn't. I didn't have any choice. You did. All because I didn't like Thunder Abs. I have names for people in the Twilight cast. I don't call them by their actual names. I just call them, oh, look, that's Thunder Abs. Oh, look, there's brooding constantly. Oh, look, there's Wish I Was Batman. So there you go.
Go tell it I'm Batman.
Anyway, so now she names another animal Edward or Jacob. You'd know the truth. Damn right, Rising Sun. She'd never live it down. I think we were tempted to go. So you guys have the Jack Russell Pointer, and then my older brother has 2 Chugs. And they were actually breeding the Chugs for a while there, and we actually very strongly considered getting one of their puppies. And I think one of the names that was actually considered was Jacob. But they had already named the dog Chewy, so we were probably going to keep that name. It was just like a little gray Chug, but they called him Chewy because he chewed on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his little non-existent teeth.
I think I just called my dog Moo Moo. She looked like a cow.
That's cute.
Brr.
It is literally.
Brr.
It looks like she's a Jack Russell as well, and she just looks like, because she's a miniature Jack Russell, so she just looks like a mini cow. It's cute, really. You know.
But keep her away from any masks.
Yes.
It's creepy. Oh, I don't know if you guys can actually hear that. That's the baby. You know the baby's happy. She's screaming. So there you go. We haven't got any questions in a while.
No,
Come on, guys.
it's
Give us a
kind of
question.
gone quiet.
I would just like to point out for the record, though, I don't know if you guys have noticed the number. We actually had like 4 subscribers today. 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 today.
Yeah,
5. 4. 4, yeah.
Because we were 81 by the time the podcast happened, and then now we're at 85. We are 15 subs away from the milestone, people. So leave your suggestions and advertise us on social media because we're really close.
Wait a second.
Would you ever do a visual novel Let's Play? Well, what do you say, Drac? Shall we?
I'm not really on board.
Yeah,
but part of that is just because all of the visual novel Let's Plays that I've ever seen have been, well, smutty.
They are not.
Well, because no, like all the ones that I have seen have been that way. So like the Game Grumps did Sakura Spirits.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty nasty. And then for a while there, me and Andrea were being asked to play Honey Pop. And so I had to go do my homework on that. I wish I never had.
I did a Let's Play on that on my channel.
It's not necessarily like the problem is not necessarily her. It's me. Like I'm gonna feel really creepy playing that stuff for you guys. It's like,
that's when you just play up the Master Roshi.
Can I do the Dragon Ball Z abridged Roshi? Can you take off your underwear, Bulma?
I'd say there's actually quite a lot of visual novels you could play. Like Higurashi no Naka Koloni, the horror game, is a visual novel. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know because I didn't like the anime, so I doubt I like the novel.
The anime. To be honest, I don't blame you because I only just recently brought all the anime and it's not good, but the manga's better in my opinion. But that's just because I'm more of a manga person.
We could do it, but what I'm more worried about is with a visual novel that I'd be the Ross on that Let's Play because this novel wouldn't be keeping my attention. That's my biggest worry there is like it's not going to be keeping my attention, and therefore I'm going to be the guy who's like constantly trying to like film himself on his phone or stuff like all the stuff Ross did on the Sakura Spirits thing. And I don't want to be that dick, but that's kind of what would happen because I'd be like, ooh, shiny. Oh yes, girl that we're talking to. Ooh, shiny.
We could play Yandere Simulator.
Oh God, no.
No. You can do that on your own channel. I've seen enough of that.
I would actually like to see you do that. Shadow. I want to see.
In fact, here's one of the Drac confessions. Drac confessions. Every time Alex has put up a story based on Yandere Simulator, I've wanted to do like a 5-second video of myself going. And just send it right to Alex.
No, I just want to see Shadow in like the schoolgirl uniform just to see the contrast. You should just go on a stream just in the schoolgirl.
I'm sorry, did I just hear that right? You want to see Alex in the schoolgirl's uniform?
No, I mean the one from Yandere Simulator. Like I'd like to see that just like as some sort of funny parody that Shadow could do. Like I'm a magical girl, but I'm a killer magical girl. Just magic her up in this shit.
I mean, if I was gonna do so, I wouldn't do Yandere Simulator, but I have considered, like, on one day that I feel particularly creepy, going and downloading Galgun, and bringing Alex along for the ride, just so that I could just sit there and go. That's the problem. Is like 80% of the Let's Play would be that noise. So I don't know if that would be entertaining for people.
It would be entertaining for me. I'd watch that.
Let's see. I was. Wait. What did you put up here? Well, you can always suggest one of our 100 milestone challenge. Yeah, that is a thing. If you want us to do a visual novel, you can do that. Because let's see. What do we actually have for suggestions? I've got them. Do I have it on the PC or? Let me go over like really quick what we have so far so you guys can leave your suggestions. Okay, so right now we have Nier, which is being recommended. Then another one that's weird is that people want us to do vlogs on the Alien movies, all the way up to Alien Covenant, which would be interesting because Alex has seen them. I have not. So that might be interesting to people. We also have Shadow of the Colossus! And those are the ones that I have on paper. Let me know, check here. Yeah, those are the ones that I have on paper. So if you guys want to request a visual novel, that can happen too. Let's see. You should do that 5-second story next time. What 5-second story?
I think he meant the video where you go to me.
I should put that up on the channel. Just like me looking at Facebook and eventually seeing you recommending another Yandere simulator, just going.
I've only like talked about it twice on this jam on Geek News.
3.
It has not been 4 times.
No, you brought it up 3 times. You brought
3
it up 3
times.
The initial one, and then 2 updates.
Right.
2 updates on it.
Well,
So
I still call that part of the same. I'd call that part of the same story. Oh, well,
Yes,
how
but
dare I talk about a guy who's getting screwed over by Twitch?
Well, join the club. I mean, how many people are getting screwed over by YouTube? How many people are getting screwed over by Twitch? I'm not saying that the story isn't viable. It's just the stuff I've seen of Yandere Simulator, I have no good things to say about it.
I mean, I actually really like it more from the fact that it's one person that created it. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fine. But if it's my personal preference here, I don't find Yandere Simulator entertaining. I'm not saying that it's gross or disgusting or anything. I just don't find it entertaining. So there you go. Nier is the one I want to play. We would need to secure a copy for that because I think it was PS3. But basically, what happened is yeah, once we hit 100, we'll tally everything up and we'll put it in a poll, so you guys can vote on it, and then we'll do that as the next Let's Play, or the next series of vlogs, because that might happen too. And yeah, I actually forgot to mention this because I think Alex was giving me a look. They also wanted the Alien games, but again, I don't know how that's going to work because again, they wanted Colonial Marines, and I did clarify. Yes, Alex, they do want Colonial Marines. So if we agree to that, we'd have to do Colonial Marines.
Fine, the Colonial Marines.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just rather separate the thing and do the movies, and then maybe if people like it, we'll do the games, kind of thing. Because already that's a tall order. Because we're talking what, 6 movies, 7 including
no 3 movies. I mean, if they unless they want us to do AVP, but I don't see.
They said 1, 2, 3, Resurrection, Prometheus, and then Covenant. So that's 6.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah. So yeah, AVP wasn't put in there, and I would not consider it as something that needs to be done because it's not necessarily part of that storyline. It's just. It's a fan movie, you know. Like if you wanted to see these two get together and fight. Castor Fiber, hi. Not sure what this channel is about. I don't know either. And I help run the channel. I have no idea what to tell you there, buddy.
In all seriousness, Castor Fiber, we are Dragon Shadow. We're a Let's Play channel, but we also do movie vlogs and.
Yep.
Maybe some other future multimedia content. Right now, it's just the Let's Plays and vlogs.
We've been going for, I want to say,
4 years.
I was going to say, is this our 5th year?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. 4 more years. 4 more years. I could guarantee we'd probably get more votes than Trump.
I'm not sure what this channel is about. Either I just show up for Drax's weird noises.
Well, in that case, Rising Sun.
1 sec.
Are we still trying to fix things for Atlas? 4 years of Let's Plays and movie vlogs. Yeah, dang right. 4 more years. 4 more years. Actually, so while Alex is fixing that, there are actually two other questions that I need to address really quick because we have gotten them on the Geek News podcast. And Vixen, you can lend your weight to them, or you can lend your opinion to them as well. Speaking of Trump, so apparently Trump did a video or something like that where he was at E3. I never saw it. I'm not interested. I heard Trump and E3, and I went, wow, I don't think I'm going to watch E3 this year. When that happened. And so my thoughts are, I haven't seen it. I don't care. The other thing that people wanted me to talk about, which was apparently to a lot of people the most cringeworthy moment of E3, which was I think it was Jason Wendell on the EA conference for Need for Speed Payback. Do you know what I'm talking about, Vixen? Or?
I actually don't. I don't think
I'm trying to think if we need to bring you up to speed. So EA's conference actually tried to bring in a lot of YouTubers.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about where he cocked up and he couldn't and he didn't?
Yeah. So what happened? What happened was I guess they had camera issues. His prompter died, and so he basically had to wing it until he introduced the developer for Need for Speed Payback. And that's apparently being considered on YouTube as one of the most cringeworthy moments at E3 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say I remember because I was watching a Markiplier video. Funny that I should mention it.
Yeah, because he showed up on the Try Not to Cringe challenge.
Yeah, and that showed up on it, and I remember watching it, and I was like, "Oh, that's." And the developer just looks so done at that point. Like,
yeah, well, the developer kind of has that look of I can't even believe I'm rescuing you. So my thoughts on that are it sucks that things went that way, but I hate to be the guy to bring logic into the room. But the bottom line is that he's a YouTuber, which means he's probably doing a lot of his stuff on the fly. I mean, I don't know that for certain, but I can guarantee you on Draken Shadow and on my channel, there is no such thing as scripted content, unless it's like a formal review or something. And so I would have to believe that he would be able to do a on-the-fly introduction of a developer, and I don't know, I guess he got starstruck or something happened, and it fell apart.
What are we talking about now?
I'm just clarifying. So people wanted us to talk about Trump was apparently at E3. There was some kind of video going around of Trump being at E3. I don't think he was actually at E3. And then the other one was Jason Wendell, which was at the EA press conference. Do you know about this at all, Alex?
I think so. I think because he was having a hard time getting through it.
Yeah, he was at the Need for Speed introduction, and crap just blew up in front of him, and he had to introduce a developer on the fly.
Yeah, I think the teleprompter I think they were having problems with the teleprompt, so it outright died. So he had to kind of improv. So
yeah, he had to improv it, and he kind of failed. And so at that point, it's like, I mean, I have to criticize that, but it's not like I can't feel for him. Because I'll bet he was.
It's just,
yeah. Well, it kind of is.
It's just a problem,
but not entirely.
Not really. No, I mean, it's a problem. The dude was brought in to do a job. If the prompt fails, there's not much you can do.
I agree.
I don't know how much time
to do a job, but he's a YouTuber, which means doing crap on the fly should be something that's more natural. And I think the part that was hindered by that is that I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree with you on this one, Alex, because we do crap on the fly all the time.
Yeah, but you've seen me. I'm absolutely terrible at improv. No. I stutter and trip over my own words all the time.
But that's why I'm saying I think an added factor to that people aren't giving him credit for was he was probably freaking starstruck at that point. Because I don't think he'd done that before. And so at that point, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm here at E3 and I'm introducing a guy for EA and it's Need for Speed, probably even my favorite game. And he had all that pressure in his head, and then thing just went downhill from there. So I am going to say that, yeah, partially I do. I mean, he is kind of at fault, but I am going to say yeah, crap was not in his favor at that point, and I'm not necessarily blaming him for that. I'm not blaming the other guy either, and I'm not blaming the equipment. Crap happens.
Yeah, to be
It
fair, I
doesn't
have
seem
to
Atlas is
agree,
able to join us.
it makes sense though.
Is he still having
because, like,
issues?
yeah.
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 Well,
Oh, what? Atlas still having problems?
Did he clear his browsing cache and all that?
I'm gonna find out. He said cleared history, but I'm gonna ask if he actually cleared his cache and cookies.
Yeah, because I had to clear everything twice before it worked. So I would actually say, like, have him clear his history twice and then do that.
Worst case scenario, he can always join on his phone or something.
Let's just
Yeah.
blame it all on Drex, since no one should be blamed. What? The crap, man! Yeah, he should be able to know what's going on without the teleprompter, at least to some degree. I agree with this one, but I think part of that is just he was deer in the headlights because he was starstruck at where he was.
Yeah, but nobody gave Kojima crap for when the stairs failed to appear when he.
No, because it was
Kojima,
freaking
right?
awesome. He's like, I'm Hideo Kojima, and I don't give a rat's ass. It wasn't. I would actually dare say that's not the issue here. Like, because Kojima, we didn't give him crap because it was Kojima. Kojima didn't give a crap. That was what made that amazing, is that he just didn't give a crap.
Yeah. So.
But this guy obviously did, because he didn't want to do a bad job, and unfortunately, he did a little bit of an awkward introduction. Trump is a huge soap to watch from Europe on YouTube. Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't watch the guy, so I dare say I have better crap to do with my time. Like go piss off the internet.
China.
I was actually gonna say, like, go piss off the internet, because that's apparently what I do on my channel.
That's what you're best at.
Yeah. Somebody actually did suggest that I should rename my channel to Drac Pisses Off the Internet. Yeah, probably.
I do say Drac and the channel and the guy from I Hate Everything should get together and go bowling.
When did you say this?
I've said it multiple times.
Have I actually seen his channel? I don't know. I would tell you if you told me to go eat lunch with Alpha Omega Sin, I'd have to tell you to die in a fire.
Oh, you don't like him?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Especially recently? No.
I used to, but then he got really aggro at everything, and I just stopped watching him.
Yeah. So, like, my weekend at E3, or like post E3, because I was literally done with E3 by that point. I'd done all my videos. But on Saturday, people just sent me like 4 videos of the usual suspects on YouTube knocking people who were not necessarily on board with the Metroid Prime 4 announcement. And Alpha Omega Sin was one of them. And he was he was going off his usual shtick of, if you like games other than the Prime series, I'm sorry, you need counseling. And I was like, mother effer. So much so that Alex actually can confirm this. I'm not going to say too much on it, but it actually might have spurred on another little mini series on my channel. Might have.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Something good came out of it then, at least.
Something like that. But I'm not sure if I want to call it positive yet, because, well, the idea is 100% negative. The idea is like 100% me getting crap off my chest. So I don't know if I would call that positive. That's the thing. Let's see. You guys look like you're all for internet freedom. Are you going GNU, Linux, or is that not compatible with gaming? You can game on Linux. I'm not sure if I understand the question.
Oh my god. I actually uploaded my video. Thank God for that.
Maybe he's wondering what kind of equipment we're working off of.
I'm running off of a PC. I do know you can game on Linux. I have run Linux once or twice. I don't really like it. Does that answer your question, Caster? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And Atlas, fix your damn computer. You know what you did.
You know what you did.
You know what your computer did. Should know better than that. Yeah, so are we all for internet freedom? Yes. I think we can actually say that part. We are for internet freedom because, I mean, for crying out loud, we stood on the side of PewDiePie earlier this year. So, well, you didn't. You weren't there, but hey, but PewDiePie can be an idiot on the internet all he wants, because that's really, if you think about it, that's how he got his popularity. But hey, he has the right to do that. Just as much as I have the right to be able to say, PewDiePie, not going to touch that.
Not
I use Linux a little bit with school stuff and kind of confusing. It is confusing. That's the thing. Like, I only know it because my dad started messing around with Linux, and he kind of showed me how to do it. Like, I'm not the most programming-minded person, and he showed me how to actually like do some stuff in there, but it didn't really stick. That's the thing. I used to be able to do at least minor coding, but I've never been like the programming genius kind of thing. Like John Carmack would be running circles around me with one finger, is what I'm saying. Lessons from PewDiePie. 1, be an idiot. 2, upload to YouTube. 3, 4, profit. Yes. Yes, I'm running off of Windows, Caster, and so is Alex. I can attest to that. I built his PC.
Yes, he did.
And if he asked for a Mac, I would have said, "You dirty little whore," and then I would have built them. And then
Which is ironic because
I would have sent you the nearest Mac store.
Yes, which would be sucky because Mac overturned his prop for their shit. So.
Well, and the problem is too is that upgrading is roughly go get the newest model.
Yeah, because everything about Apple is closed source.
And before people jump down my throat, I have used Macs in the past, but if you gave me a preference, I would pick PC. I've grown up with PCs. I can build PCs. That's where I'd go. I actually don't really like the Mac OS.
I'm a PC too. So by those, you remember those old "I'm a Mac, I'm a PC" commercials?
I was actually going to say, "Hi, I'm a PC, and I'm a PC, and we like each other." It's one of those things that you've seen epic rap battle, like a couple of epic rap battles. I actually love the Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs because they bring that joke back.
Yeah, I saw that.
So there you go. I do coding for work some, but it's all with Windows systems. Yeah. I think the most recent thing I've ever coded was on Dreamweaver, and after I was done with that assignment, I was done.
I took a night class for Dreamweaver. What a waste.
I think Dreamweaver is actually a really good program, especially for programming, but I mean, you have to be programming minded for it to be able to work. Which is funny because my brother is a programmer. He hates Dreamweaver. He loves all the stuff that he uses, but a lot of his stuff is more, I want to call it like freeware or something like it's company provided freeware kind of thing. He likes that stuff better. The Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs was one of my favorites. Yes, it is one of the better ones. So yeah, there you go. I've officially handled all of the E3 stuff, Alex. Now I can shut up about it.
Good.
Oh, for a second I thought I was going to get oh, thank God. Shut up about it.
I could go that too.
I would agree on Mac. I used to be all Mac, and I am a designer, former Adobe junkie. Now I'm on Libre software. Okay. I am an Adobe junkie, but that's just because I graduated from that because of college. My prediction: Rising Sun. Don't you dare. My predictions are that I will be mad at the EA conference, and that's it. Does that answer your question? Usually, I'm more than willing to talk about E3 a couple of months after E3. Because then at that point all the hatred is out of my system. But yeah, that's my prediction. I'm going to hate the EA conference, as I always do. I was a director programmer in the days just before Flash. Very cool. I know what that is. I know what that means, so I'm old. Trolling attempt work, thanks. There you go. You got a rise out of me, Rising Sun. Congrats. Let's see. What other stuff can we... We don't have any other questions, so...
I guess we want to say what we're working on coming up here on the channel.
Sure. You mean on the channel or our channels?
The channel.
The channel. We are working on the stuff that we are working on because we're still working
you want to
on
give specifics.
We're still working on Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
That's still active. Xenogears is still active, but Xenogears is probably going to be a while. It's one of those things that I almost wanted to ask you, like, because you were very excited about the GU re-release, and so I'm almost and I'll even ask it right here is did you want to actually move to the PS4 version instead of doing PS2?
I don't know.
That would
I'm
technically be next,
that.
but Xenogears is going to take like 50+ hours. So
I know, but yeah, I'm a little torn on that.
So that would give us time. But.
Yeah, it's just my main concern is sort of how much of the story they're going to condense into this one game, and what's visually how they're going to represent it. I saw the trailer, but the trailer looked mostly like pre-rendered stuff that I'd already seen from the original 3, maybe slightly bumped up. Yeah. I thought I saw maybe a bit of in-engine render of Haseo, but I can't be certain. So it's just I'm also kind of concerned how much of the story.
And as you and Atlas both brought up, we don't even know if this is getting a dub.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the trailer had English voiceover, but which gives me confidence that Bandai Namco is going to release it over here, but I still don't know.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you could just say they already had the assets. So at that point,
yeah. So
if they did it, it'd probably be existing assets.
Yeah. So assuming it's not just like stock footage or something. You know, it's three fairly lengthy games now condensed into one. I'm not saying it's impossible here, but I'm just curious because obviously credit is due here because we're talking current existing Blu-ray technology versus old PS2 DVD technology. So who knows? Maybe they've got a way to still fit a good chunk of the 3-game story onto one single remaster.
Yeah. At this point, let's just go with this answer. We're not sure yet. And it's just because we don't know what will actually be brought to us. Because, I mean, for crying out loud, this could literally just get a Japanese release and we're out in the cold, so to speak. So then at that point, we have to do PS2 because there's no other choice. So that's entirely a thing, but you know we're currently working on Xenogears. We just barely finished up Jak 3, and I can already tell you Alex is very excited when next week rolls around because he's at the helm for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Yay!
So we're doing that. It's going to be a longer term indie spotlight because it is an indie developer, but we're talking a game that is going to take a while to do. I feel really bad. We're like talking over Vixen this entire time. But and then we also have Resident Evil, but we are going to need to maintain the Saturday Let's Play kind of schedule. So you will probably get Resident Evil, but also some of the other stuff that we have for those months. If that makes sense. Because here's the thing, Resident Evil, I think I just barely looked it up. We are almost done with Jill's storyline, and I still want to do Chris's storyline because again they're both canon and they both have their own unique and terrible dialogue.
I don't know, Adam. I'm not sure my poor heart can handle more of the giant polygonal spiders.
Well, even
though they're
go ahead.
Well, even though they are polygonal, they're still very creepy to me.
They are, aren't they? I had actually considered whether or not, and maybe people can answer us in the chat, I had considered taking the Chris playthrough and speeding it up a little bit So basically taking all of the unessential stuff. Since you've already seen us exploring the mansion, do we need to necessarily show every nook and cranny again? Probably not. So we could probably like do Pokemon-esque speed ups here and there, getting through the content, and then we can go to the cutscenes, and then we can go to the rooms that do matter to Chris, but not to Jill, and leave it at that. Because it's not like I'm going to do Jill Part 1 and Chris Part 1. It's just going to be Jill's the first playthrough, and then Chris comes after. And the main reason I did that was because there's more hilarious dialogue with Jill because of Barry, and with Chris, it's got its own, but it's I'm not saying it's worse, but it's definitely more fewer and far between the funnier moments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys can let us know, but I still do want to do a Chris playthrough, and it's only because we can still get that dialogue. So you guys can let us know, but that's going to be the thing, because I can already tell you that we will need to resume in July. We do have another adventure game coming up, and that one I think we're going to have a lot of fun with.
The next Tales of Monkey Island.
No, Monkey Island 2.
Monkey Island 2, there we go.
Tales is its own thing.
Right.
Monkey Island 2, and then I don't know how we're going to be able to do the other Monkey Island games, because 3 and 4 are probably not going to get a special edition, and they are not available on you can't use them, at least to my knowledge, on things like DOSBox, and GOG doesn't sell them. So, but it's one of those things that makes me kind of sad, because 3 is my favorite of the series, and I would really like to do it, but I don't have CDs anymore, and we can't necessarily make it work that way. And I love you guys, but I can't pay $400 for a copy of Curse of Monkey Island, as much as I would love to.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So we'll see what we can do in the meantime. I'm hoping that somewhere down the line, not Ron Gilbert, but Tim Schafer can work out some more deals with Disney to get that stuff out from under them. Because here's the thing, they're not going to benefit from this other than giving the rights over to Ron Gilbert to Tim Schafer and just taking royalties off of it. I know people have brought up to me like, well, they're talking about doing a Monkey Island animated series. It's never happening. I've been hearing rumors of that for like 10 plus years. It's never happening. As much as I would like to see Guybrush Threepwood in a TV screen, it's just not happening.
Probably, yeah.
So we'll figure that out. But there's tons of other adventures that we can actually get into after that. I mean, we still have the stuff that has been released since then. So we have Day of the Tentacle remastered, Full Throttle, which just barely got a remaster, and that's the last one that Tim Schafer was able to get. We have Grim Fandango. There's lots. So that's going to be a thing. Aside from that, other stuff that's upcoming on the channel, do you want me to go super far into the future, Alex?
I think we've covered enough for now.
Yep. So, that's the agenda that we have thus far. Obviously, we have gotten questions here and there about, like, how would you make the other Let's Play work if we hit 100? That would probably just be another day. We would devote it to another day, and then it would get parts. So, there you go. Oh, Atlas, you bastard.
It's alright. I've got an idea of what I can do.
He's spamming me.
Yeah?
I'm hoping that this works. Hold on, I'm going to try this, see if it works. Alright, so I'm going to add him in here, see if this works.
Well, yeah, we could manually invite him.
Yeah, I just kind of added him to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So see if that works, because then he should be able, because that's how I do it on my phone, he should be able to automatically join.
Possibly. Because I don't think this is done through Hangouts, is it? It's done through YouTube.
This is a Hangouts.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's a Hangout that runs through YouTube.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Oh, there you go. He's in here. He should be able to join.
Well, Atlas, get your butt in here.
Or we're going to have problems, mister.
We are. You're going to get a butt kicking. I might actually have to go into my Nazi accent. I've been watching a lot of Helsing recently. I might have to go into my evil vampire Nazi accent. And we will kill you. We will kill you and mount your parts all across London. You will turn that mute button off or I will kill you!
And it worked.
You can go fuck yourself there, Mr. Nazi.
Oh, there he is, finally. We got Atlas in at last.
Finally.
I told you if I did him in, he'd be able to come in.
Yep.
So,
yeah, we've been having problems with Hangouts as well. Like, Aldo has had moments where he couldn't get in.
Oh,
I especially love the moment where they officially basically said to all the Firefox users, go F yourself. And,
yeah, Firefox.
80% of my podcast was running through Firefox.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
but I was going to mention I am going to start getting back into Let's Plays again, but they're obviously just going to be like for the majority very much RPG anime based because I really like those kinds of games.
Well, you also started up Persona 5, didn't you?
I've played all of Persona 5. I never did a Let's Play of it. I kind of
I saw something on your channel that was Persona 5 related.
Oh no, that was just like telling people that I had paid for it and got it, and because people wanted to know. Because I kept getting people messaging me saying, "Hey, Vixen, have you got the new Persona game yet? It's really good." And
Hey,
I had to kind of update them.
Adam, just so you know, read the chat. He's making.
I saw it.
It's time we get back at him.
What I think of your I think of your feedback is I don't care because I love war, and I'm not paying attention to the chat that is going on right now
I think
because I'm busy planning my war against London.
I wonder if Giro's still alive.
Especially to do the Helsing Nazi.
Dude,
I could easily do
now,
like General Nazi.
Are you doing it from the abridged, or are you doing it from the actual show itself?
Kind of both.
Yeah,
he's kind of high pitched.
he is. Yeah, he really is.
I think.
It's awesome.
If he's not paying attention to the chat, then can I say whatever I want? Sure.
Of course.
Yes, you can.
You have
What was stopping you before?
Yeah, like you have the ultimate freedom of saying what you want. Yes, you can. That's
I was
perfect.
actually going to say, to quote Daniel Bryan, yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes,
yes.
right. Are you, hey, Adam? Are you ready for Great Balls of Fire? Are you gonna watch it?
Oh, you mean the dick pay-per-view?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I'm trying to keep Money in the Bank in my head before I start worrying about that, because unfortunately, we had some issues this week, and so my buddy and me were not able to record the Run on Ropes podcast this week, and so I'm trying to keep my anger fueled from Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rising Sun, watch Hellsing and Ultimate. They're really good.
Yes, because there's two separate ones. I've seen Hellsing, and I'm making my way through Ultimate. I got about halfway, and I'm finishing it now.
That's good. Yeah.
I would actually dare say Ultimate's better, and it's just because there's a legit adversary.
Yeah. Crispin Freeman, man. Let me see what we got here. Okay, chat. Oh boy, let's see.
I plan on watching Ultimate, but probably not the original. The original is actually harder to come across.
Yeah, you're better off watching Ultimate.
I was watching the original on Netflix, and literally the week after I finished, it was off. And I haven't been able to find it anywhere else. And right now, Amazon only has Ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
I think Hulu only has Ultimate.
Speaking of anime, Alex, I finally finished Erased.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it, man. It was.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you finished a race. It's
oh
good,
my
isn't it?
god, that dude,
good.
just seeing Cairo, dude, Kaio, whatever the fuck her name is, with the baby in her arms. Holy fuck, dude.
Oh yeah. What are you doing, Adam?
I'm trying to erase Atlas. He said to erase him. I'm trying to erase him. I'm not kidding.
But yeah, Erased used to be like one of my favorite shows now because of just how well thought out it was.
Yes.
I mean, it was a bit of a bummer that the killer was kind of obvious, but other than that,
it was obvious that it was his teacher the whole time that was committing the murders. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yep.
Spoilers.
Yep. Yeah, but for those who haven't seen it, go watch it. It's fucking worth it.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, you kind of get the gist that it's him in like the first episode.
Yeah,
so-
it was. Yeah, it felt very obvious at first, like in the first episode, I guess. So it was like, shit.
It's just how they draw attention to it the entire time, but they don't really leave much room for many other suspects. In all honesty,
No. Especially when it's 12 episodes.
In my defense, really quick, because people are just like, I don't know what Drake was doing. I'm on caffeine. I don't have to explain my actions to you guys.
Yeah, he's on caffeine. He's not drunk. I swear to you guys. He's alcohol free.
Trust me, if I was that, you'd know.
Oh yeah.
Well, how do we know that Coke
I
isn't
wouldn't.
mixed with vodka?
What was that?
Well, how do we know
It's
that's
Coke
just
mix-
Coke and not Coke and vodka?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Alex. Do you want to explain to the class that it isn't?
I don't know.
Did you find a secret liquor cabinet that I wasn't aware of in my own home?
There could be. What you do at your home after I
raised
leave?
some
I don't know.
flax, though, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, who knows what happens after I leave after recording
Anybody have any more questions in the chat?
What I mean more along the lines of I've actually like gone on to Vent and things like that in WoW when I was on painkillers, and I do not have a good threshold for painkillers. So I've had weird things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious but scared to see what Drac would be like drunk. I would also be that way, Rising Sun, because I don't remember these incidents. I get told about them later. That's how sad that is. I get told about them later.
Yeah.
I always remember what I do when I've been drunk. It's horrible. Always remember.
Well, and especially like my wife cannot keep a secret to save her life, at least when it comes to stuff like that. And so like I will take this is my threshold for painkillers, guys. I can't take like a half a hydrocodone or any, I haven't gone above hydrocodone yet. I've had like 4 knee surgeries. I can't go half. I have to have like a quarter of hydrocodone, and that apparently drives me off the wall. So much so that when I wake up the next day, my wife will just sit there going, and I never get an explanation. And then I'll get on and like I'll be on with like my guild mates and WoW, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear him last night? What did I do last night? Nothing."
Empty beer bottles. Yes, next
That
time.
would be something, Atlas. That would be evidence.
Yeah. Painkillers, there needs to be a live stream. Oh, great. Yeah.
Next time he's drunk or on painkillers, no.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
I don't even have stuff to be able to do that, so.
I mean, you've seen him
Just
on
bash
coke
your head in.
anyway. I mean, you've seen how bad he is on coke, let alone bloody like alcohol. Jeez.
And what makes things funnier is like people have actually wanted me on harder stuff. Because we've gotten requests for me to do Let's Plays on energy drinks, which I've done a few, but only on the Mountain Dew energy drinks, which I guess don't count.
Dude, count.
Yeah, like the people have actually said like, no, you need to do like Red Bull or Monster. I'm like,
Yeah, you have to do like Red Bull or Monster for it to really count. I mean, Mountain Dew, like down here, that's not even counted as an energy drink. And us Brits, we got the hardcore shit.
no, it's not like it's not Mountain Dew. It's the cans that they do that are like Mountain Dew mixed with fruit punch or mixed with grape. That's supposed to be more like an energy drink and have more of a caffeine count than regular Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
But apparently that doesn't count because it's not like Red Bull or Monster levels of caffeine.
No.
And I'm already worried about that because doing those actually gives me a very rough night that night after.
Oh,
Just the massive heartburn.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm quite happy to say that I have spent so much of my life drinking energy drinks that now when I do drink them, they have no effect on me anymore. So I just kind of drink them when I feel like it now. They don't even affect me.
I can't do Mountain Dew anymore, but like when I was drinking it hard, I could drink like an entire 2-liter and then take a nap.
And it's funny because like, whenever I'm at work, like I feel sleepy, right? And I drink a can of Mountain Dew or a bottle, like if I'm that thirsty. I drink most of it, still sleepy as fuck, dude. Like legit, dude. I don't know why. Like
because your body's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your body's used to it. That's why I stepped down to. I mean, I was chronically on Coke to begin with, but now when I go on a Mountain Dew, it doesn't have that effect anymore. It actually does make me bounce off the walls.
Oh yeah.
So much so that my wife has actually banned me from doing Let's Plays with Mountain Dew. It's like no.
Have you tried Dr. Pepper at all?
Huh?
Have you tried Dr. Pepper at all?
I tried it. Yes, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, the taste is a bit hard to get into. Yeah, it's
It's a very misunderstood drink, I'll have you know.
Yeah, exactly. You tell them, Shadow. You tell them.
Shadow Blazer just go hipster on our ass.
No, not like I remember when I went to America and actually, because like obviously they're very different. Like the Dr. Pepper here is very different from your Dr. Pepper. Like I did buy some and like it was good, but it's far too sugary than the one we have down here, and it's like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna die. Like I drank the whole bottle and I was like, all right, I don't like this anymore.
Wow.
See, Castor, I'm almost off of pop altogether, but like I subbed it out with like juice. So, and a lot of that is just more healthy for voiceover stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Because here's the thing: is I love Coke, and Coke is actually good for your stomach on a lot of good occasions, but it is hard on the throat because of the carbonation. Yeah. So it's actually a better idea to go with things like apple juice for voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much into.
Right, I'm very much I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because I'm starving.
So let's see. I try not to drink concentrated caffeine unless I really need it. That was another thing that got brought up now that I think about it. Does anybody know what 5-hour energy is?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've seen those commercials so many times, and
that got recommended for a Let's Play too.
God, I don't know, dude.
Like I have to do the 5-hour. Like, and here's the thing: Alex has to apparently record me doing the 5-hour because it's a shot. So he has to record me doing the 5-hour energy shot, and then we record.
Yeah.
Just so that people know that actually happened.
Let me just say this: if you don't think you're going to be able to handle Monster Red Bull, there is no friggin' way that a 5-hour energy shot is going to do you any good. You're going to be bouncing off those walls,
probably
like, faster than the speed of light.
Probably, I will probably just wreck my voice.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
So for
rolling around at the speed of sound.
Well, I've got places to go. I got to follow that rainbow.
That's right.
So for it helping voiceover, do you just drink juice before recording? No. I drink apple juice right before because apple juice has pectin, which I don't know if you guys can actually hear that. It sounds like you're basically like stirring mayonnaise in a jar. What the pectin in apple juice will do is it gets rid of that so that you can have more clear voiceover, and then I'm straight water on that point. Straight, what's the word? A room temperature water, because if you do cold, it doesn't help. Cold will constrict your voice box and makes things harder. And shut up, Shadow Blazer, because you know that I drink cold water when we record.
Yeah. That's because that room gets very hot.
Yeah, well, and also just podcasts and Let's Plays are much more conversational than voiceover. Voiceover really just requires your instrument to be at its 100%. Whereas on a podcast, I can easily go for like 80%, and I'm okay. I have made things awkward and quiet now. Not sure about that. Look at all the empty beer bottles in this room. I don't know what to tell you there, man. I did beer once, and I didn't like the taste, and I never went back. I told you that before, haven't I, Alex?
No, you never told me that.
I've had like a swig of a can of beer, I spit it out, and I never went back.
I like a bit of everything. I can drink beer or wine. I'm more of a wine person, but I will drink beer if given.
I am very
How
OCD
classic.
when it comes to things like taste. And if things don't taste the way I want, I ain't drinking it again. And this happened with straight black coffee and beer. I've tried them, I spat them out, and I never went back.
I've had straight black coffee.
I didn't do it. The taste just drove me. The taste was nasty.
Yeah, I usually will add cream or sugar. Usually just cream.
Do I not do it? Do you not drink alcohol then? Nope. After the experience with beer, I never even wanted to try wine. I was like, no, alcohol just makes things taste nasty. I'm done. So I'm like Aaron, because I didn't even realize this, but you have to go into the compilations to hear it. But apparently Aaron doesn't drink either. Aaron Hansen. This is surprising to me because I would have thought that wouldn't have been a thing, but no, he doesn't drink either.
There's a lot of YouTubers I look up to that don't drink anymore. Like Markiplier doesn't drink anymore, which is a shame, really, because I liked his Minecraft series, Drunk Minecraft. But...
Yeah, but he has legit reasons for that.
Yeah, he has like legitimate reasonings for not being able to drink, like he's ill.
Yeah, I can't remember the details. It was like he will literally shut down his liver if he drinks.
Yeah, it's pretty much because of an accident that happened a while ago. It's to do with his problem that he has.
I'm glad you say that, Rising Sun, because I get endless abuse on WoW for not drinking. I do. My guild, like, they have drinking rules when you raid. They do all that stuff, and then I'm the guy who actually sits there and they say, "Drac, you have to drink!" And it's like, drink what? Water? You don't have alcohol in front of you! No. That's a double drink! Drink what? Water? And then I actually have gotten lectured like twice. It's like, you better bring some freaking beer next time you do a raid with us. It's like, sorry, I don't drink.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do any of the edgy stuff. I think a lot of people would look at my lifestyle and go, yeah, he's pretty bland. He's not edgy.
Square as can be.
Yes, I am square as square can be. I'm probably the guy who invented the square that everybody's referencing. My raid group has a rule that whenever our raid leader says "bless your heart," we have to drink, but water is an acceptable option. I have a feeling this is a regular thing in their itinerary there, Rising Sun.
Fun drinking game there.
Well, I mean, I've had guildies after that don't, but it's always funny because the people that are running the raids are the ones that are spamming the drinking rules. If you mention this, if you mention that, then you have to take a sip or you have to down your drink. Like, okay, well, I'll down my water. Think you don't drink. No.
No, does not drink. And you don't get into peer pressure.
I didn't know about the rule when it was first implemented. Those are the better ones. Let's see. So straight black coffee, also not for me. In daytime, tea or water. In night, give me a beer. Makes me sleep better. Okay. See, for me, it's like I'm usually not on caffeine after about 7 o'clock. Otherwise, that guarantees I'm going to bed at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But tonight is different because I didn't have any ice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I better be quiet now because I think baby girl's having issues going to bed. Oh no. I don't know if you guys can actually hear this on the mic, but she's like...
Yeah, I can faintly hear her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kids will be kids.
What a terrible parent. You make her go to bed.
I know, right? We suck so much. Oh, I guess she's playing because she just giggled. So there you go. Maybe I'm not hearing this right. Saw the Black Rose poster in the back and remembered you guys played through .hack. I'm guessing infection mutation. Yeah. With the remaster of the
Yeah.
GU games launching later this year, do you think you guys will do an LP of it? We just barely answered this, actually. We don't know yet.
We talked about this. GU is definitely on the list, but now
Yes.
we're kind of torn between going to the HD remaster or the original PlayStation 2. Because I have the original PlayStation 2 games, but
Right
the
now,
remaster has never caught our attention.
this is the safe announcement. PS2 is happening. But if we get more information that says that we can do the PS4 version by the time Xenogears is done, then we will definitely swap that for the PS4 version. Until then, you can expect a PS2 version. If we do that and then we get that confirmation, I don't know, because I don't necessarily want to hash through the same story over and over again. I would actually dare say it might be better to do that on his channel and have me like guest star or something like that, because that's kind of what he does, is like when we do a second attempt, it's on the individual channel. And then I just come in and go, well, we know all this stuff anyway, so I'm just going to talk about other things. Your girl is 1, if I remember right. No, she's almost 2. Almost 2. I'm old. There you go. And I don't know what you mean, Caster, by check her out. I don't know. I will officially check Vixen out. Wow, that icon is so freaking hot.
What? What's going on?
Caster just put check her out on the chat, so I'm just like, okay, I don't know what you mean by that. I'll go ahead and check out Vixen. Oh yeah, that icon is so flippin' hot.
I know, right?
I know, right?
I
It
will go to
works.
Miss Barrett's. I will go over to Miss Barrett's apartment and check her out. I will check out Miss Barrett's apartment.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday almost to your daughter. Thank you. She's got a couple of months to go before she officially turns 2, and then apparently things are supposed to get terrible.
The terrible twos.
That's what they say. I don't know yet.
Oh no, you wait till she turns into a teenager. That's when things get terrible. Good luck with that, by the way. Good
You
luck
see,
with
Vixen, that's not going to be a problem because I already have a solution.
that. Oh,
I'm going to
God.
build a dungeon.
Jeez.
I'm going to build a dungeon,
No.
and then it's never going to be an issue.
What you should do is build in the living room. Build a
Glad
nice
we're
little
having
rack
this
to
discussion.
hold a bunch of katanas. So when she brings over a boy, just throw one of those katanas down. Boy, let me tell you something about how we did things back in my day.
Maybe have a whetstone right there. Just, boy, shink. Let me tell you how we did things back in the day. Shink. Should one of them be like the Sephiroth one, which is extremely long,
Sure, why not?
that
Well,
nobody can hold?
If she brings a boy home, you could always just dress up in cosplay. I think that would get rid of him. Dress in like some very bizarre cosplay. Dress as Edward Elric. Go to the door and just be like, hi.
I don't think I can pull that off, Vixen. I just don't think so. I just don't think I can pull that off. But what would probably happen is, yeah, I'll probably have like, some swords lined up on the wall, just going, hey boy, did you have a good time? Did anything happen? Good.
Did you have a good time? Hold sword at throat.
No. Did you have a good time? Shink. Just sharpening the sword in front of him. Shink.
You look
You will
like
have my
one of
daughter
those.
back by 9 o'clock.
You should just you look like a blacksmith. You'll just be sitting there like wielding your sword.
With the dad like Drac, I do wonder how his daughter will turn out. That's okay. I wonder that too. Because
We're all
here's the thing:
wondering
is that the reason I would be so enforcing would be I know what I'm walking into. She's a mini me, and I was a rebellious little bastard. Okay,
Mini-me.
I was. So I already know what I'm walking into, but now I know how to counter it. So I'm wiser. Yeah, there you go. While I'm doing it, hey boy, shink. Did you guys have a good time? Boom, 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 boom. Doppelganger just suggested one winged angel plays in the background. Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Well, you could have the saw opening from the Saw films.
I can do that.
You really freak the crap out of him, just so.
Too bad
just
lightsabers
so
don't exist, because I'd totally go Darth Vader on him.
Oh my god.
Ah, the boyfriend. So we meet at last.
Well, you know, you can just heavy breathe at him and creep him out.
Before I met you, I was but the learner, but now I am the master. And she'd just go, Dad! Like, what? I'm a geek. Sorry.
Just like that book I bought you for Christmas.
Yes. Although somebody actually did make an interesting joke to me. It was like, so what happens if she actually starts dating jocks? It's like, and he starts talking football. He's like, oh, what do you guys think of your latest sports team? It's very simple. My response would be, get out. We don't sport your kind here. No, I wouldn't care, because as far as I'm assuming is like, her mother and her father are both geeks, like hardcore geeks. So for all we know, that's like going to work against us, because she's going to be the little jock in the family. And so that means I'm going to ball games, I'm going to gymnastics, I'm going wherever. And I'm for it. But at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, I'm now paying for this because I didn't do sports as a kid.
Or, you know, it could
She'll
go,
probably be a
could go in your
gymnast.
favor. Could go in your favor. She could be like a nerd. Miss Older could go in your
I
A
hope-
nerd gymnast.
Vixen, I hope for that. I really do. Like, if she wants to go
I
gymnast, I'm
do.
fine with it. But if she wants to go like super nerd, I'm totally okay with this too. Because
Just
like,
it's all about the exposure. All
Yeah.
about the exposure.
because again, like one of my favorite podcasters, he has 3 kids, and one of them I think turned out to be kind of less geeky, and then the other 2 did. So much so that like when he would come home with new games, this would be like family time for him. He's like, I just barely bought this game. We can play for like an hour before dinner. Let's go ahead and do that. And you know, we just make sure your homework's done and make sure all your stuff is done before we go play it. And then they go play with it. And I'm just like, that is the parenthood that I would like to do.
I'd
Hey
love
kids,
to-
new Zelda! Well, and I hope that this happens, because I mean, my older brother, he pulled his kids out of school when Breath of the Wild happened. So that'd be amazing to me. Yeah,
I
because
know,
they're all hardcore. Like the entire family is hardcore into Zelda, which is funny because the mom never played games growing up, and the only thing she likes about games is Zelda. So at that point, they all literally took days off from their jobs and from school and just played Breath of the Wild on Switch. That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
It's like 16 hours of awesomeness.
I know.
And well, you should be proud because you made me into a Zelda person because you got me to buy Breath of the Wild day 1.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not done yet.
Yeah, I'm loving Wind Waker. And I liked Ocarina of Time. I liked Link to the Past. So I've been having fun with us playing Zelda. Final Fantasy's not happening.
Oh.
No. Sorry, me and you both disappointed, Drac.
It's happening with her. She's our my wife's already said that as soon as she's done with Zelda, she's gonna go to Final Fantasy. I'm like,
Oh god.
well, she does Kingdom Hearts, so I mean, already she's like halfway there. But knowing my luck, she's gonna love 7, and I'm just be like, what is wrong with you?
That's always the way.
Why? Because Sephiroth is dreamy.
That's always my excuse.
It's not like I don't understand it. It's just I like 4,
Angry.
and nothing ever beats 4 to me.
Just angers you on the inside.
Pent up, yeah. That's the way it goes. Well, guys, so how long did you actually set the stream for, Alex?
I think officially till like 9:30, but we could go
Okay.
over if we wanted.
Yeah. So, well, I can only go until about 10. So that's the
Okay.
thing, because eventually at that point we need to get to bed because we got crap early in the day. But yeah, so keep on pumping out your questions because we got like 15, maybe 45 minutes before we're done. So
hopefully Atlas will be back by then.
Oh god, yeah, Atlas has been gone for ages.
it's actually funny when I was editing the Why We Geek episode. It's like, when are you coming back, Atlas? Damn it! And then he comes back out of nowhere and it's like, finally! And I didn't care when we recorded it, but it's like, yeah. I was really tempted to just put in his answers through his absence. But then I realized
just Microsoft Sam use Microsoft Sam to fill in his answers.
I don't know what I think about this particular anime. I'm probably going to go watch anime soon. Good on you, Rising Sun. I love the fact that we're talking about anime right now, and this is a Let's Play channel.
We've talked plenty of anime on this channel.
Let's
we do have a whole segment called Drax Anime Update, after all.
No, you're not doing it right. Drax Anime Update! There you go. I will eventually put like an echo on that.
To be fair, you have got me and Atlas here. We kind of bring the anime vibes. So that's really another reason.
Exactly. So question, what do you think makes a good game, or what do you think makes a game good to live stream versus a fun one to play on your own? Both do, actually. That's the thing, is like, because, I mean, I've done WoW Let's Plays, and I find WoW both fun to live stream as well as to play on my own. In fact, I actually get mad because I spend more time playing on live streams than I do in my own time. But I also did Heroes of the Storm, and I found that very, very fun to play both on videos and off. So that's a good game to live stream. A game that you... But at the same time, it's like a game with a good story is also something that is live streamable. I mean, for crying out loud, you see Jacksepticeye and Markiplier do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point, I would say both are really what adds to that is you. More than anything else.
Interpretation about, like, in my opinion, I'd say that it's pretty much just down to what kind of games you're interested in and figure out. And I think it also has it's down to replayability as well. So
yeah, because I mean, if it's got replay value, then I mean, the game is going to do its job. The thing that I will always tell, because you know we get the questions from time to time, like, what do you do to pick a good Let's Play and all that? Really, the thing to consider also is just what you're adding to that equation, because the game is going to deliver however it's going to deliver, but how you deliver could change how that goes over. I mean, for crying out loud, I've seen Let's Plays of the Slaughtering Grounds that are actually kind of entertaining, and this is from a guy who doesn't hate it. I know that's hard to believe, but you know, like,
Yeah.
the guys that don't hate it. And at that point, I would actually say the reason that is compelling, because the gameplay is going to deliver how it's going to deliver, is how you paint it, how you deliver it.
yeah, because I mean, a game can completely change when you put your own input into that game. Like Let's Plays, that's what Let's Plays are all about. It's about having the other person's opinions, and because of those opinions, it changes the game completely from what it would be on its own. So you know, it's really dependent on yourself.
That's the thing, is like, you know, in the case of our channel, like, most of our stuff is retro content, so people have seen it. I would dare say that we have a couple of things that stood out. You know, when we started the Dot Hack games, there really wasn't Let's Plays of it. Now there kind of are. Now there are a few other Let's Plays of it, but there weren't up until that point. And really, I don't necessarily say it was entirely the game that delivered for us. It was the fact I was walking in blind. The fact that Alex was walking in as a hardcore Dot Hack fan. That's what sold it. Because at that point, the game is going to be the game. It's how you are going to deliver your Let's Play commentary that changes it. Have I officially confused people now?
No, I am.
No,
Yeah.
it's so profound. We just had to let it sink in.
Yes.
So that would be my answer, Rising Sun. you can make anything work. I mean, for crying out loud, I've seen people make Angry Birds work.
Yeah.
But it was because of them, not because of Angry Birds. I would even dare say that there are some Let's Players out there, and I actually hate the format where people will take their camera or their phone and put it like right next to the lens of the camera so that they can record that way. It's a pet peeve of mine. That's why I will never record my 3DS doing that.
No.
But people have done that, and I would say that the video quality sucked, but the audio quality, the stuff that they were delivering to it, was compelling.
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time. People make really shitty games, you know, seem really good with just the commentary itself. Like,
tell me about it, Vixen. Yay! Nice.
Yup.
Is there such a thing as AAA anymore? No, not really.
No.
I mean, for crying out loud, I hate Mirror's Edge Catalyst with a passion, but I will watch our buddy Brinton's videos of it because he made it freaking entertaining. I didn't have to focus on all the bad things about Mirror's Edge because he was excited. And sometimes you go on that journey with the Let's Player, and that's the purpose. Yeah, that one experience person plus one person blind combo is the best, in my opinion. You get to see a fresh reaction alongside someone who can play competently. Yeah. Or in some cases, like, because play competently, again, is a slippery slope because, again, you could have the hardcore guy. I mean, like Super Beard Bros has that, right, Alex?
Right.
Because Gerard plays hardcore. I think Alex played something on Super Beard Bros? Or is it just
willing to venture guessy? I'm willing to venture Alex has played something, but I don't know anything off the top of my head.
We're talking about Alex Sassiani, not Alex. But yeah, I mean, at that point, like, he's hardcore, and then you have maybe Alex who might know something about the game. So I have seen a few of them where he's walked in blind, because I think Wild Arms was one of them too. And to this day, Wild Arms is still one of my more favorite Super Beard Bros Let's Plays that has actually happened. So really just, because you could have somebody walking in blind, you could have both of them be fans as long as it's an engaging experience.
I personally like it when they walk in blind because, you know, you get to enjoy the fact that they're, you know, that they don't know anything the same as you might not. Or even if you're a hardcore fan of a particular game series and you're watching like someone that usually watch play it for the first time and experience that for the first time, I feel like some people might get more out of that.
Well, and that's, I would actually dare say, as far as like YouTube numbers, that is the more engaging aspect. And I would actually say either one or multiple people on your stream are blind. And the examples that I'll point out are the dot hack stuff actually is still one of our bigger deliverers, isn't it, Alex? The dot hack videos?
Yeah.
So dot hack, and then, trying to think of other videos that you have played that I've walked in blind, but there are a few there where I've known stuff and you've walked in blind, like Castlevania, Mega Man. Those do well. But another example that I will give is on my channel, where me and my wife play modern games, the ones where we're walking in blind tend to do a little better. We walked in blind, so we knew what we were doing for Last of Us, and it did well. But then we did Knack, and we both hadn't played it, and that did a little bit better. And then we did The Order 1886. People watched it because they wanted to see how we thought this game was going to be and whether or not we thought it was going to be a bad game. Those do tend to do a little bit better, and I agree with Rising Sun in the chat. Those can help dodge the really frustrating parts, especially when one of us wants to rage. That's usually me. It's usually me. Alex has had the thoughts, but...
And I wouldn't dare say it's more so AAA titles, you know, like indie games more so than ever now that they're coming out with a lot of sequels. And as much as I hate to bring it up, I would dare say that FNAF is one of those things.
Well, FNAF has been made on YouTube. That like FNAF prints money on YouTube at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much the staple of YouTube now. And
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's that sort of thing. Like, you can experience it from that point of view if you watch it, like Markiplier's Let's Plays or whoever you watched FNAF from. It kind of, like, it just seems to be the indie titles where you're going in blind more, obviously, because it doesn't really have too much of a backstory, and there's a lot of new stuff coming out that seems to be getting enjoyed a lot more. That's always good.
but that can also be hit and miss because I mean,
Yeah,
like FNAF has benefited Markiplier, Dawko, 8-Bit Gaming, all of the FNAF community. But I
Yeah.
would actually dare say when me and Alex did Sister Location, which we did with a friend who was new to the series, it didn't do so well. And a lot of the feedback that we got from that was, oh, look, this channel's trying to jump on the FNAF train. And that's not necessarily what we were doing, although we made jokes about it. That wasn't necessarily what we were doing. We were showcasing the game. So it can be hit or miss, depending.
Yeah. I think it's more of the indie titles that aren't really that well recognized, maybe more so than the very popular ones, like, you know, like those one-shot horror games, or like Bendy and the Ink Machine, for instance. That was pretty popular when that was starting to come around. And
it also definitely helps if you're a channel that spotlights those. So like if, say, Jordan Underneath were to play one of those horror games, it might go a little bit, it might have a better reception because of his audience. They know that he'll play that, as opposed to, say, Drac and Shadow, which is more of a generalized deal. We'll probably get some audience out of that, but not necessarily what the hardcore horror guys are going to get.
Yeah.
That's the other part to consider when picking a Let's Play. But I would, to go along with Vixen's line of thinking, because this is why we did .hack, is pick something that's not known, especially if it's like your first Let's Play. Pick something that's not known, and by that I mean there aren't too many Let's Plays of it, because that's going to be the time where like you can actually shine and say, well, you know, my Max Payne Let's Play is going to be better than all of the other stuff that's come before. Or,
you know, just those games that have been put in the back pocket that were really good at a point in time that just never really got the spotlight that it needed. I think those are the kind of games you really want to play. The games that you know are good and you know that need more spotlight and attention. Definitely those kinds of games.
Again, it just depends on you. It depends on whether or not you're able to deliver on your end as the channel host, and you're the guy who's going to be delivering the content, because the game will deliver however it's going to deliver. As long as you can make that work, then it'll be fine. I mean, you could actually dare say we've covered a lot of popular content and people like it because it's not what the Game Grumps did. Although I do occasionally find it funny when we still get compared to the Grumps.
Yeah.
Again, I think that happens to any like 2-person channel that does Let's Plays. Everyone's just gonna make Game Grumps comparisons.
Oh,
well,
yes.
The best part is like they always like will make the comparison. So I'm apparently Ego Raptor and Alex is Danny. I was like,
yeah, I was gonna say Alex was dad.
But there are Let's Plays where that's flipped. I would actually dare say where I'm more Dan because I'm more laid back on the matter, and Alex is Aaron because he's frustrated.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Like Jack 2 is a perfect example. You were like just frustrated the entire time we put that game in, and so at that point you were Ego Raptor, you weren't even playing, and I was Danny. I'm like, oh come on, it can't be that bad.
No.
Let's see. I found my anime reviews are similar. The obscure ones tend to get the most views since there aren't many of them out there. Yeah, that can be it too. I mean, I've actually gotten the commentary of like, you should really just review more unknown games. But I kind of want to review those games just for the heck of it. It's not that I don't see the argument. It's that this is my preference, and I actually think I can add to it. Unless, of course, I'm going to go negative, then you guys hate me, especially the people who did not like my Surge review. So there you go.
Surge.
It's not always about, getting a game that you think's going to get popular. It's, personal enjoyment is obviously a huge factor into that as well. So don't force yourself to play a game that you are going to lose
Yeah,
You
don't
know.
go in like AVGN. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, dude, don't be like him.
You need to be having just as much a good time as anybody else. Because if you're not having fun, that's going to reflect in your audio. It's going to reflect in the overall feel of the Let's Play. And at that point, if you're not having fun, there's a good chance that your audience isn't having fun either. AVGN is a whole other animal because he literally rigs things to be negative. And it's always in a comedic context. You can't
Mostly
really
involving LGN.
you can't really do that with a Let's Play.
No, you can't.
You see it all the time, though. Like, even PewDiePie had a problem with this. Is like, if you keep playing games that you know you're not going to enjoy, it's going to reflect, and you can't fake it. You just pick a game that you know that you're really going to want to get stuck into and stick with, instead of, because like even I've made the stupid mistake of trying to play a game and I just got out of it and I really didn't enjoy it, so I stopped recording it, and kind of like a half-assed promise to people that were watching. So just make sure it's something that really grabs your attention, something that you know you want to play till the end, and then all you really need is that, and your own commentary, and you got yourself a Let's Play there, and that's pretty much all there is to it.
It's the reasoning that Vixen just pointed out is kind of I've struggled with this for a while, and I know that people want me to do it, but so a while back I did a Let's Play that was live. I live streamed it of Undertale because I had not played the game before, and I was curious. I hadn't watched any of the videos that were out at that point, and I wanted to pick it up blind. Well, let's just say the listener or the viewers got more enjoyment out of that game than I did.
Yeah.
And I got tons of requests to go back, and because I did like a midway ending. And so people were like, oh, no, we want you to go back and do pacifist. And oh, no, we want you to go back and do genocide. And it's like, okay, how do I make this entertaining without pissing people off because I'm not having fun?
I hear the baby.
And unfortunately, the answer was, and I feel bad to this day, is I can't. I can't make this entertaining because I'm going to be bored out of my mind with this game, and you guys are going to be eventually going to get bored because, or you're going to start screaming like, I'm not trying. And so that's why in a lot of cases you haven't gotten that. I'm not saying it's not off the table. I'm letting things cool off. Maybe I'll do a pacifist ending at some point. But right now, if I did it just in this moment, it would be like, hi, everybody. Welcome to Undertale. I guess I'm doing this. And that doesn't sound very fun, does it?
It's like you should just never feel forced to play a game, especially if it's a game that you're not going to enjoy, because the more you force yourself, it's going to make you not only hate the game, but it's going to make you hate recording for YouTube and doing what you love. And that's the problem I think a lot of YouTubers are having now, is it's more, if you hate the game, you're going to hate the player, that kind of situation where you're not enjoying the game, so you're not enjoying
or you're going to incur the wrath of the positive community.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. And well, I don't have to care about that because I'm going to say my opinions regardless, but there are people that are legitimately worried about that. Is if you are going to display hate for it, then you're going to get a lot of positive people saying, well, you're stupid. And that does happen, but not as much as you actually might think. They have to be really motivated to do that.
Yep.
Agreed.
Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe if I actually went onto a WoW private server and just started railing on it, then I'd incur the wrath of all the positive people for private servers.
Yeah, you probably would.
Well, there's a reason I wouldn't do that unless now isn't there. I could. It's not my best interest. Yes.
Don't forget about. I know I kind of forgot to remind you about this earlier, or sometime on our last podcast. By the way, that came out really good. I'm not gonna lie, it came out really good. I watched the whole thing. Yeah, it was good.
You guys were worried.
I loved it.
How often do you play PS4, Drake?
Not as much as I'd like.
What games do you got?
I mean, well, I basically play current gen consoles right now when I'm reviewing, when I'm collecting footage. But do I play them casually? Yeah, here and there. I have Stardew Valley on my Xbox One that I dig out every now and then. I really would love to get back to Final Fantasy 15, World of Final Fantasy. I'm really enjoying those, but time is always a factor. And unfortunately, if I have a choice between doing review footage or doing stuff for me, that's where the conflict kind of comes in. So am I on it? Yes. Probably doing other things, though.
There you go.
You just reminded me I need to play Kingdom Hearts 2 again.
I saw you online earlier, Vixen. I didn't know what you were playing, though.
Yeah, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2. Got it on my PS3. I was getting ready.
Nice.
Yeah, like right now, I think what I'm doing is grinding for Kingdom Hearts, because we actually need to get more footage for that for me and Andrea. I'm working on reviews on the PS4 and trying to think of a game I'm playing casually on it. Not really. A lot of it's just stuff I'm trying to catch up on. But I actually do have an answer to that I have a feeling people will be slightly disappointed about, but I can't really avoid that, and it's really more for me being able to get shit done as well as being able to have more time to play casually, because heaven forbid I have a $400 toy. I should be able to treat it like a toy, right?
Do what you want.
That's the thing that kind of bothers me is like I have no problem doing game reviews, but they eat into time so much, especially when you're collecting footage. And I'm not saying that I don't have fun while collecting footage, but you do have to display at least some moniker of professionalism when you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So
just don't push yourself too far, Joe. Remember to chill, take your time out, have fun on other things. Don't ever push yourself.
See, that's the thing. That's the balance that I'm trying to find right now. And so in a lot of cases,
we're trying to find the balance between work and play.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I do lots of stuff. I do a lot of stuff mainly for YouTube, but I also do voiceover. I also do a number of other things. So really what I'm trying to do is trying to find a balance so that I can actually have time off at the end of the day and be able to do what I want to go do, whether that is go and do my world quests in WoW or go and play Final Fantasy 15 for funsies. So that's actually going to affect my schedule starting next week, actually. And I know some people are going to be irritated by that, but I am going to be cutting out at least some afternoon uploads. And it's just because that gives me time to go edit old podcasts. It gives me time to go do voiceover, all that stuff.
And more importantly, it gives you a chance to, spend time with your family and relax, chill, do the things you want to do. So if anyone's going to message Drek and get all angry, you can shut the fuck up. Don't get angry at him. He needs a break. Otherwise, you won't get the good content that you do get.
Yeah, eventually I'll burn out. But I would actually dare say, like, for those who would get mad about that, and by the way, bye-bye, Rising Sun. Good to have you here.
It was good seeing you, buddy.
And welcome,
Bye.
JTV and Eric Cartman. I have words for you, Eric Cartman, later on. But it's one of those things where, I could easily burn myself out on it and make it so that I don't want to play games, which I never want to have that happen. I love playing games. But at the same time, also, life has to kick in at some point. And as much as I love what I do on YouTube and I'm consistent with it, and I know that people will respect that consistency, eventually bills got to be paid. Food has to be purchased.
Of course.
And am I going to be becoming Markiplier anytime soon? Probably not. Fair to safely say. So at that point, I do actually need to step back and assess and actually handle priorities for that. And one of those priorities is simply sanity. Need to maintain sanity. Can't keep schedule going. But I will hope that you guys appreciate my consistency on the days that you do get that. There we go. And to address Eric Cartman, you say Eric Cartman, I don't agree with you. I don't think you are, Carmen. You need to prove it.
What is he bitching about? I'm just curious.
I don't know. It's
No,
Cartman.
he hasn't said anything. Well,
It's Cartman. Does
It's
he have to? Does he have to have a reason? Follow your dreams. You can reach your goals. It can. It can. And apparently, he is starting stuff up with Eric Cartman. I don't know. Is this part of the whole fractured butthole thing? Are we being brought into the Ubisoft storyline and advertising pitch? That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, yeah.
As long
Yeah,
as
agree.
Aisha Tyler doesn't show up.
Excited for the fractured butthole.
I'm not, but I didn't play Stick of Truth, so.
See, I did. That's why I'm excited for the.
I was gonna say, yeah, Stick of Truth. It was actually pretty good. You should definitely give it a play, Drek. It's actually
Well,
so good.
I don't want to spoil this just yet because it's still in talks, but me and Brenton have considered doing a double-blind Let's Play for Gaming with the Geeks of Stick of Truth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because it has been asked, and Alex is not interested. Alex has not watched South Park. He's not interested in it. But Brenton has said, yeah, sure, why not? I've
It's
never
fun,
watched a
though,
single
because-
episode, but it'll be fun.
A lot
yeah.
of people did mention that when Stick of Truth came out, a lot of people, as they were playing it, were like, I really want the superhero version, like the Coon and Mysterion, and now what's happening?
So there you go. You got your Marvel DC universe. So at that point, I'm hoping that like we both like Stick of Truth, and then we can go into Fracture Butthole. I don't know if we're gonna do the foam game though. I'm not even hiding it anymore. Like I remember when they announced it, I'm like the Fractured Butthole, just to try and keep away from that joke. And now I'm just like, F it, Fractured Butthole.
Of course.
It's just amazing that South Park can continuously get away with that kind of name.
Oh yeah, they can get away with almost anything,
Butthole.
but not everywhere.
I don't think it's a matter of them getting away with it because I don't think they care.
That's gonna be a marketing nightmare for stores. Like.
That's the thing is like we got to keep in mind the part of the equation here of Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I don't think they care.
No.
I think Stick of Truth probably had 5 other dirty names to it, and they just decided Stick of Truth.
In all fairness, this is coming from people that made a South Park game based on Nazis, so yeah, not surprising.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm catching up on the chat here. Steps to maintain sanity in a sandbox game. Stop whatever you're doing and play the probable to be there fishing minigame. That'll relax you to review or do whatever you want in the game later. Not me. I don't enjoy fishing at all. So sorry, Doppelganger. I'm not there with you. Let's see. For whatever reason, I find fishing minigames to be comfier than full-fledged fishing games. Again, I'm not with you. Like for some weird reason, I enjoy fishing in Stardew Valley, and that's about it. Let's see. And now we just got weird stuff happening. I took my girl golfing yesterday, and I went to use. Yep. Okay, this is a random story right here.
sorry, JJ, we can't really help you.
Yeah. You're on your own, buddy. But JTV, you pre-ordered the Fractured Butthole, so good on you. Did you get the phone game? What was it called? South Park Wars, I think.
I think so. Oh, he's back.
There we go. Trey Parker and Matt Stone didn't like any of the South Park games before the Stick of Truth. Yes, that's right. They didn't.
Yeah, they hated all the other ones. Like the only one that I think I remember this very clearly when I was a kid, and bear in mind I was like 3-4 years old, and I remember this as clear as day. My mum introduced me to the game based on Chef, the quiz game with Chef in it, and you had those mini games attached, and that was the first South Park game I was introduced to when I was a kid.
See, I remember we rented a South Park game on the N64, but we never could get far in it because those stupid turkeys kept killing us.
Oh, I played that one.
Shooter.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's true. Trey Parker and Matt Stone never liked any of that. And I remember when Stick of Truth was being negotiated, they were very adamant that we will not give you the license to South Park unless you involve us, unless we can write the story, if we can be involved. If not, you can take your bags and go shove it, kind of thing. And thankfully, the developers at the time, I don't remember the name of the team that worked with them, but there was like, oh, dude, Trey Parker and Matt Stone writing the story. This is amazing. We like the idea. Well, they liked it at that point, and then Trey Parker and Matt Stone kept on rewriting it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
So we finally got our final draft of the Stick of Truth.
I mean, I really liked it. It was just literally like an episode of South Park.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and I like the whole, you make your own character in the game. I really like that about it, how you got to make your own character.
And here's the thing. I wouldn't be entirely blind because I did watch some Let's Plays of the Stick of Truth, but I didn't watch too far. I watched where they went down the neighborhood and they just started discovering stuff, but I would agree with you there. I think it's a legit South Park episode.
Yeah.
Just longer kind of thing.
I'm really liking how the Fractured Butthole was always using the continuation of Douchebag, the main character in the the character you play in like Stick of Truth. They keep your name to Douchebag, and I think that's really good.
Well, and they continue that with the mobile phone game. So like, again, this is kids playing. So Stick of Truth is kids playing fantasy. Fractured Butthole is kids playing superheroes. And the phone game is kids playing cowboys and Indians, but eventually it can go into other stuff too. So I actually thought that was an interesting idea too, is to have the mobile phone game, but now you can go into those different aesthetics and have that fun. And yes, recipe chef. Hello there, children. My favorite one ever has always been Fun Times with Weapons, and just the fact that he looks like frickin' Akuma when he walks down the road. He's like, "Hello there, children."
Oh,
Cool. I miss Chef.
Yes. Stick of Truth was great for people that like South Park. It felt like watching an interactive season of the shit. Yeah, that actually would be a little bit more accurate. It wasn't an episode; it was a season.
yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, because it went on for a while.
It's kind of like the
Super Mario battles in between some scenes. Yeah, that'd be about right.
Because they even joked about it in the episode Black Friday. They joked about that quite a lot. They're like, you don't need to play games to have fun, and they're like, new out South Park with the Stick of Truth, pre-order now.
Yeah. Because even Trey Parker and Matt Stone are not beneath trying to advertise their product.
Yep.
It's amazing. We're now officially talking about South Park. So
I know, right? South Park
Change.
gets the ending spotlight tonight, boys.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I think Vixen's played it. Atlas, have you played it?
Which one?
Stick of Truth, at the very least.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay, so at that point we have two people who have played it. I haven't played it, and Alex will never play it.
No,
You won't play it, Alex?
So, no,
I'm not a
he's
South Park fan.
No, because I brought it to him first because it was recommended to us.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
like, I'm not interested.
Oh, yeah.
Which is sad, like, because you've never seen a single episode of South Park, and there are actually some episodes there, Alex.
That's not
I think you
true.
would
I've
like.
seen episodes of South Park.
Which ones?
I couldn't tell you. It's a show that's been on for what, 20 years now?
Well, did I show them to you, or?
No, I've seen them on my own time.
Okay. Because to me, it would be like, I would show you my favorites was like Make Love Not Warcraft, and
Oh my god, no, not the Warcraft
No.
episode.
I love that one.
You showed me
I
that
love
one.
it.
That much I can say. You've definitely showed me that.
And then Fun Times with Weapons, which makes fun of anime. But you could dare say that Shin Pokemon makes fun of anime too, because
Oh yeah,
Shin Pokemon is Pokemon anime.
I love that one.
Kitty, kitty.
Oh no, don't. That just reminded me of
Pokemon.
the movie.
That was actually one thing I found funny was in Stick of Truth you can collect Shin Pokemon.
Yeah, you
And
can
whenever
have
you-
to collect 30 of them.
Yeah, when you collect one, it actually goes Pokemon
Yeah, and it like
every
gives you
single
the
time.
description in the name. It's amazing.
That's the other thing too. Is like, yes, it's a season of the show, but it's also like the most nostalgic season you could possibly think of because it brings up like every stinking reference they've ever done.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. It's like there's one reference that made me laugh where they had a picture of Randy on his toilet because he
Yes.
broke the record.
Or there are even some random moments in Stick of Truth that I came across the neighborhood. I'm like, yeah, this is genuinely a South Park moment. I could totally see this happen. Like, I don't know when this happens, but it's like early on, and you could go to one house where apparently one woman is like standing there nude, and then she looks at the door and goes, "Ah!"
Oh,
And,
yeah.
You know what? That would happen on South Park. I believe that would happen.
Yeah, there's also the one where like I think you can walk through this guy's house and he's just sitting on the sofa, you know, masturbating, and then he runs to the door. Got it?
JTV, I predict the next South Park season will make fun of 90s nostalgia. It might, but here's the thing. Trey Parker and Matt Stone's bread and butter has always been current events. That's one of the reasons why I like South Park, is because where shows like Family Guy can actually have issues trying to talk about that stuff, Trey Parker and Matt Stone don't, and I think part of that is just because they're not beating around the bush. They're literally making fun of it in the way that they know how, in the style that they would do it.
Oh, they have gotten in trouble many a times. They just don't care.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't give a crap.
Yeah, they really don't give a shit.
Stick of Truth. How edited did that get in each? I believe each country had its own, in particular, edits for Stick of Truth. And Trey Parker and Matt Stone fought every single one of those to the bitter end to keep that stuff in those games, because that's who they are. They don't care that they're offending you. Because the bottom line is that that's not, they're there to offend you. I'm not saying that their comedy is just specifically made to offend, but they are going to actually shock you and make you think about that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And it's not like they're just offending a certain type of people. They're like offending everyone.
All crap is fair game for them. That's why in a lot of cases, I don't give that credit to Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, all that stuff, because they're looking to offend people on a specific demographic, and it pisses you off after a while because it gets boring. South Park does not care what demographic they're making fun of at that particular episode. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets them in trouble. Sometimes it gets them in loads of trouble, but they don't care.
No, I mean, if they cared, I mean, Timmy wouldn't be in the show, for instance.
Of course.
Timmy wouldn't be in the show. Kenny wouldn't have died so many times.
Yeah.
There are lots of things that wouldn't have happened. I'm pretty sure Eric Cartman would not have existed.
No, definitely not.
I mean, when you look at Cartman, he is just like the nastiest kid in the neighborhood that there could ever be, considering what they've done with him. I mean, for crying out loud, first Halloween episode, he dresses as Hitler.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
That was funny as fuck.
And the irony of that is that they make him dress up like a ghost, and what does he look like? A member of the KKK. So
I've seen that, actually.
Yeah, it's like, we want you to get the idea that this little kid is hateful. Let's see, the game has a lot of references to things that date back even to the first season of the show. Yep, both as part of the main plot or as Easter eggs everywhere. Let's see, I wish they would make a YouTube channel for Cartman. No.
Not a good idea.
No.
That YouTube channel would be shut down so fucking fast.
Yeah, it would probably get shut down real quick, yeah.
Yeah, so, and this is a good quote, Doppelganger. Remember, it's not offensive if you shit on everyone.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just equal opportunity shitting. That's what it is. Because it's still offensive, but Trey Parker and Matt Stone literally treat it from this angle. Okay, you're offended. What are you going to do about it?
There's not much you can do.
All right, guys. I am out for the night.
No, you're not.
Before you go, Anime Alice, you want to just give people your spiel where they can find you, how they can get in touch with you?
No, it's our channel, darn it. No, I'm kidding.
You can find me on YouTube as Anime Atlas. Was it 315? 3144? Let me double check that.
3514.
Yeah, 3514. Okay, got it. And that's basically it, because I don't use Twitter that much, and I mostly use Facebook for family and friends, just so you know.
All right.
Well, thanks a bunch for coming on and joining us for our special first live stream on the Drac and Shadow channel, Atlas. We appreciate
let's
you.
do it again.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It will be in like 3 or 4 weeks. We don't know
That's great. Hopefully I'll be there. And this time, let's see. Vixen was smart because she knew that she was allowed to invite me, and that link that you give me was a load of shit. So, yeah.
It's not our fault, man. It's pretty.
It wouldn't let me, but Vixen saved the day, which was nice.
She did.
Yay.
Yep.
And now she gets the smarmy tagline that we all laugh at while we fade out.
Oh God.
And that's how we say Christmas.
Oh, Christmas. Yes.
I'm dead inside now.
I cannot believe it's almost July and we're about halfway done through this fucking year. Like, what the hell happened?
I know. What the hell?
This happened for like a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Funny little thing called life that we all love that happened. And
I don't know. Sometimes life is overrated.
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
The Earth made its consecutive rotations around the sun, and
I'm glad that you went all scientific on that.
yeah. I mean, you didn't go the depressing way like I did.
Oh yeah.
I officially, Alex, can call you better than Bill Nye.
Oh, of course.
And you put more effort into it than Bill Nye. Oh, snap.
Oh yeah.
oh,
All right, guys. I'm out.
Bigger.
so long, Atlas.
All right. See you guys.
So,
Well, we got
Yeah,
about 5 minutes anyway, so let's
Yeah.
begin the wrapping up.
so yeah,
Final thoughts, Adam.
I hope that we've been able to answer some of these questions for you guys because you guys have actually given some productive questions that we can get into. And I always love those. And I also love the fact that we got some brand new people in there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed what you guys have been able to check out. And hopefully enough to either check out some of our Let's Plays or even just give us a subscribe because we are 15 away from 100. And then we are going to do a milestone video or a milestone Let's Play, depending on what you guys want. So just, I'm going to remind people of that. I'm sorry, Alex, I interrupted again. I forgot
you're good. Keep going.
I forgot who the high overlord of YouTube was. So, no, we thank you guys for showing up because this is one of those things where with the channel and being that we are strictly Let's Play, we don't really get that much community interaction now. Or like we haven't really had that. Now this is a way for us to be able to do that, to get to know you guys. And also, just for the heck of it, go ahead and put in the comments if you would like this to stay just as Q&A live streams, or if eventually you would like to see us stream game content with you guys, because that's possible too. It requires a little bit more work from me and Alex's end, but we could still do that live. So let us know what you guys would like in the future, because we do appreciate that. Dare I say, in the year 2000. Okay, I'm good. How many people remember that bit?
Don't.
It's Conan O'Brien, dude. I am sending you a video clip, my friend. I'm sending you a video clip. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. Let us know your feedback as well as check out our content. We have tons and tons of Let's Plays for you guys to check out, and more on the way. Currently, we're working on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. We have Xenogears for the PlayStation, which just barely started. We have Jak 3, which just barely finished this Friday, and upcoming this Friday, we have Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. And then we also have Saturday Let's Plays of the original Resident Evil. So the original craptastic dialogue Resident Evil, with 2 people being blind to it. It's fun.
Yeah.
And then, is that the wrap-up that you wanted me to give there, Alex, or did you want me to go further?
Yep, pretty much. And as far as, but of course, Dragon Shadow isn't the only channel that we do. This is, of course, our combined channel that we both put our efforts onto. But we also have our own channels that we operate and run individually with our own content. For me, of course, I am Shadow Blazer 3000, the shadow half of Dragon Shadow. Get it? There you go. So I am Shadow Blazer 3000. On my channel, I do anime content where I mostly produce reviews, the occasional Let's Play here and there, and some other anime content like soundtrack reviews that ever suits my fancy. So check me out if you love anime or just want to, hey, say hello even. And you can find me there. Find me on Twitter at AlexJShort, where I always announce when I put up a new video. And I also announce all our Geek News live streams there too. So
yeah, don't hesitate to not only subscribe to Dragon Shadow, but also to our individual content, because there is stuff that is being delivered from that as well. I mean, Alex does anime reviews, but he's also kind of inching into the Let's Plays. But I would actually dare say that the reviews alone are worth it for people.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
if people,
you want to give the, oh yeah, go ahead, give the rundown of your channel.
yeah. So and if you want the stuff on my channel, I do plenty of stuff. I consider myself kind of a generalized geek. So I cover Let's Plays, specifically of World of Warcraft content. I'm also doing a Let's Play with my wife Andrea of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix specifically. I also do Let's Plays of Final Fantasy games. I'm currently on 7, but I have an entire backlog of 1 through 6, as well as the first Final Fantasy game I ever played, which was Mystic Quest. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I played it and I loved it. I also do reviews, vlogs. In fact, I'm getting ready to start up vlogs again in a couple of weeks, as Castlevania Season 1 on Netflix is going to be happening. So I'm going to be covering that. That's going to be awesome. Let's Plays, vlogs. I also host a couple of podcasts, including Geek News, Reviews, and Opinions, which shows every Friday night at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's where we cover the week's events in Geek with not only Alex, but also Stephen Romney of Romney's Reviews, and many other YouTube panelists along the line. I also do the Why We Geek podcast, which is where we take a particular facet of geekdom and we go over it and we show our love for it. In fact, I'm going to pimp the most recent episode, which featured Atlas as well as Vixen, as we talked about anime in general. So you guys can check that out also. I do have another podcast, but it's strictly RSS feed, so I'll give you the details on the channel. And is there anything else I cover? Nope, I think that's pretty much it. Also, I did E3 coverage, so you guys can check that out.
All right, and Vixen, where, if do you want people to come find you and find your channel, what can they find you?
Alright, so, hi guys, I'm Vixen Anime and Manga Box. You can find me at that name directly. I do hauls, reviews, vlog videos. I've just recently brought out a new series called Why We All Hate, a very comedic series based on why we all hate a certain anime. And it will be something stupid. The first episode is why we all hate Black Butler, and the second one is going to be why we all hate Pokemon. And I'm going to be doing this consistently.
Can I be on that?
I mean, actually, it's funny you mention that, because I will be asking for volunteers to send in video or voice clips to talk about why they hate the series. More comedic than anything else. I do a lot of Black Butler stuff as well, so be aware of that. I do also do a lot of manga reviews, requests, and suggestions, and I also have my very own Vixen podcast, my Hitalia podcast, and I also do a Black Butler fight night every occasion. It only happens like once a month though. But that's pretty much all you can find on mine, or you can also follow me on Instagram at Sasha Michaelis Jones for cosplay photos and all that good stuff, and that is where you can find me. Thank you, Shadow.
All right, you're welcome. So that's going to go ahead. We're going to wrap up this wonderful live stream. We had fun talking to you guys. We loved some of the questions you gave us. We'll be doing these every so often when we just want to reach out to the community and kind of help build our subscriber base a little more. And I'd say for our first go, it was very successful. So thanks to those who watched. And of course, again, we want to thank Anime Atlas and Vixen for coming on and being our guests and being our pals that we could talk and have some fun with. And I'm sure we'll have them again real soon.
Yay!
So guys, that's going to wrap up this Dragon Shadow live stream. Once again, remember to check out all our new Let's Plays and movie vlogs. At some point this week, I'm going to do a solo vlog for Transformers The Last Night.
Yeah, good luck with
that. Will it be
that.
yet another big catastrophe, or will it be okay? I don't know. We'll find out.
The reviews
Thanks
are not
for
on
watching.
your side, my friend. The reviews are not on your side.
So far, that's what I'm hearing so far. We'll see.
But
All
just
right.
as a quick reminder, again, to the people who just barely subscribed, leave suggestions for games that you guys would like to see us do for the 100 subscriber Let's Play, because we do want those suggestions. As soon as we get there, we will put them all together and poll it and let you guys decide what is the final decision. So
Yep.
keep that in mind too.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.